Hello and welcome to Late and Gay with the GCA. I am your host, Bo Zamboni. We are joined by a wonderful panel of our members of the GCA. Returning is Jess, but excitedly, I'm excited. We have the Angry Badger, or he's known by his friends, just Badger. Hi, Mr. Badger.
What's going on, man? It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, I was actually almost late and gay. Thank you for waiting for me. Pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Yeah, luckily the lateness and the gayosity of this panel far exceeds anything we could possibly muster. So we're going to go around and I'm going to introduce everybody here. The man that you probably heard talk over the countdown, that was Hoodie D. Hi, Hoodie D. How you doing?
Hello, good. How are you tonight?
Doing well. I'm here in the dystopian future of Neo Tokyo, as you can tell. I figured, the world is falling down around us. I might as well embrace it. So, yes, Hoodie D just got done making a drug run for a unnamed party. So I hope everything's going well. I hope he got paid.
I did.
So, and with his brand new setup, he looks so fancy. He went from the rags to riches in a real short time. It is everybody's favorite dollar store Ernest P impersonator. It is Malty Maldi.
How's everybody doing today?
Good. Hoping to get some of the drugs that Hoodie smuggled.
Hey, man.
You do have a Nico Bellic from Grand Theft Auto 4 thing going on. It's not a bad thing at all, by the way.
The Ukrainian, Slavic look going on.
Just check it all for fentanyl. Check it all for fentanyl.
He's Schrodinger's white person. We know he's not like white, but we can't figure out what he is. I can't tell if he's Italian.
White adjacent.
Yeah, he's adjacent to everything. He's like all around the outside. That's the problem. We're trying to figure out
in anything. We're not. Trust me, we're all white adjacent.
Yes. Speaking of white, completely white and not adjacent to any of that, it is joining us back on the panel. It is Jessica. Skull.
Hi.
Skull.
Yes.
My Swedish sister.
I'm back. Here I am.
Yes, Jessica with the C, Lindstorm, as we learned out from Danky. So.
Well, if you're gonna call me that, you better not cross me because I'll just electrocute you then.
Well, I grew up with a Swedish mother. I understand. I got you. So, I know.
Get 'em.
Speaking of women you don't want to cross, number one in our hearts. It is Lady Medea.
Hi everyone. Hello.
Which by the way,
guys.
Which by the way, if you've noticed, I don't know if you're acclimated to Polish movie posters, Badger, but those are Polish movie posters behind her.
I like it.
That is from the Alien.
The Alien. They put a in front of it for Alien.
Yeah, there is a whole story behind it.
Yeah, and we'll get it. I would love to cover it tonight because it's one of my favorite things to share. I love art and stuff, and I love movies, and it's the perfect.
They're always better overseas.
Yes, but there's a really cool reason of why they look like that. It's pretty cool. So
cool.
Not speaking of Terminators, people that don't miss.
Oh yeah.
We have the man, the myth, the digit, Alec Baldwin's finger. With a little bit of scruff, he's looking pretty tough there. I'm kind of afraid.
I woke up at 6:30 this morning and took the Land Cruiser out on an untested trail. So been doing that, got sunburned, did some hiking, zero pop culture today, and did that thing that people say I should, or that everybody should do, touch grass. So
yeah, I did that too.
Touch dirt.
I do it too every day, and somehow Shooty still sucks. Doctor Who still sucks. Skeleton Blade still shouldn't be since I touch the grass, and it doesn't change my opinions on things. It's weird.
Well, unfortunately, Badger, it's Californian grass. That's your problem. You need to touch some actual non-communist grass, and then you'll feel better. Yes, you need to import some. You need to get like a slab of sod from like a flyover state, and you'll be like, oh, I feel so much better.
That's a new grift. You guys, Texas could start selling out sods of grass so we can touch free grass, not commie grass.
You know what? The way the world is right now, the clown world we live in, I think I might do that. I mean, seriously, you can buy anything on Amazon.
Onion or Babylon Bee tweet waiting to happen.
It's probably already true. It's probably for sale. I might check during the stream. I may not. I don't know.
We have good grass in Michigan.
Last but not least, a man that comes from a planet without grass but comes with much logic. It is Nagranol.
How's it going?
Prosper.
It's awesome to see all the people in chat. Like literally, so many people that we know from all the other chats. It's just like really awesome to see everybody here.
Awesome to see you guys. I know you from chats and Jessica, Alec Baldwin Springer, obviously. Yeah, I know all of you, Malty, everyone, Mo. Cool. Glad you guys.
Yeah, it's great to keep that community tight knit.
It's why I made mine. Is Gary and Drinker? Everyone showed the importance of. You could do this too if you want to, and keep it all together, and just keeps growing and adding in new groups. So yeah, I love it. Best community around. That's a fellowship. Sorry, fellowship. Community is a commie word. Sorry.
Yeah,
that's right.
Commune is the commie word.
Well, that's actually one of the first topics we wanted to talk about. Is how did you find the fellowship?
Ooh, thank you. You don't miss.
I've been watching since 2018. So the thing that got me watching YouTube like full on was Captain Marvel. I think was the big one, and my reaction to it, like I just didn't like it, but I couldn't explain why. Which led to Anna that Star Wars girl video about it, ranting, which then led me to Gary and Drinker and Az, and I think it was like an early proto FNT, and ever since then I've been watching. And Nerd Wars, famous Nerd Wars, when he put out that documentary, the Nerd War and Woke, the first part that combined all the people that I'd been watching and for 2 years thinking, and I had already changed my name on YouTube, like thinking about making a channel. I went, okay, that's it, I'm doing it. And ever since. But it was Gary and all them. 2018 though. And shout out Anna for being the first one that like hooked me up to like the grander world.
Shout out!
That's
Anna.
awesome.
Yeah, that was one of the people that I first started watching, like way back in the day.
It was because she was a girl, not just because she was hot, but like, okay, see, everything I'm saying, she's saying, and you're accusing me of being. I was not used to being called a sexist and a bigot and all the fun things they call you just because you didn't like something. And so she was saying all this, like, right, see, but still, it didn't matter. They just ended up calling her the horrible things too. But that started the journey. Yeah, shout out Anna.
It was basically the confirmation bias coming, because it's coming out of her mouth. You're like, okay, it's okay that she can say it,
And they don't like when members of their own group challenge them within you. So that's why Grums is so hated, because he's from their world. He knows all their little tricks, and so they have to discredit. Like anytime there's a successful black person that goes, we're not victims, they call them Uncle Toms. Like you have to alienate the group that is above. Like anyone could say what we're saying, but when you're from the group and you're saying it, you got an extra little bit of authority that they need to discredit you with.
Yeah, just look at the Hodge twins when it comes to that. They're like, oh, you're not black enough because they were born and raised Democrat, like super liberal, and voted for Obama. And they're just like, what is this dude doing?
Well, they're
like,
also
oh, hell no. Like, and then they got red pilled real quick.
That's a whole nother without making a joke, that's a whole nother subgroup that black people will be racist against themselves if you're lighter skinned than the dark. Like, oh yeah, but they're light skinned. They'll excuse them away. Yeah.
Those high yellows, as they call them.
Hodge twins. I'm sure the twins have spoken about it, the Hodge twins. Yeah. Right there. Yeah. Notice all the Kimball race swaps from Sweet Baby Inc. were all the lesser mixed melanation, not the darker than night variation. That's for a reason. Besides the self-insert, it's also because that's the passable ESG one she can sell.
Yeah. And it validates the fact that she is probably not. Yeah, it validates the fact that she's probably not full-blooded. Not trying to be mean. It's probably. I mean, there's a lot of shade. Like people, like if they're not of a certain shade, and I'm not even kidding. I know there's people that are watching. MMA Crease can get my back because he knows I drop it like it's real. He's one of the funniest members in our Discord. No, they like literally like it's like there's like different levels. There's like, okay, Wesley Snipes. That's like about as dark as you can get. The Terry and Crews, then you have like you have like Lenny Kravitz. That's like it's about right when you get that, you're almost adjacent at that point. But
But by the way, I think that sort of proves that argument dumb, right? Because then explain how good Michael Clark Duncan was. Rest in peace. Explain like that. That's some shit that they have. I don't think the majority of people have that little internalized fun racism that's brought up. But
see,
again,
he knows
just to discredit people.
It's amazing, and the fact it's Kim Belair. It's just like even her name just annoys the shit out of me.
Speaking of
diversity, it sounds like she's waiting.
What Magda has over there?
Miss Freya.
Miss Freya likes to make an appearance now every week. right.
Yeah, Nerd Wars will save Kim. He thinks he's watched enough videos that he just thinks that she's corrupted, but he can save her, like Luke thinking that he can save Vader. Ryan brought back Brie Larson, right? And I think Nerd Wars can do it. He can Irwin. Yeah, no, first of all, they're all guilty. They all think they're like guilty white people syndrome. They're all Canadian. They all refer to themselves like the settler colonial dynamic. And this studio was made on indigenous. It's stop. What might have been noble intentions once sure ain't now.
Well, you know the saying, Badger. We're the
road to hell paved with good intentions.
Good intentions. Yes.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah. And weaponized compassion, which is why everyone goes along with it. I know we want to think everyone's evil, but a lot of people, they're just going along with it. They're either terrified to speak out, or it's just they think they're on the right side of history.
And you know what? It's more
the right choice.
The ones that are on the right side of history are the ones that are up in like VP or above, and the ones that just want to be left alone that are helping this. Because I've been in this situation. I had a client where I was, I'm a graphic designer, and I thought, well, I like this. Somebody said I look like Ryan. Somebody says I look like Ryan Kindle's hair with Beardo's beard, and I'm like, was that an insult? I'm okay with that. If that's the worst shit,
It's very impressive.
I mean, but you can't read, and that's part of it.
Do you just sit there and stroke your beard, Mo?
I do.
Oh Lord, how do you
when I think
a long way.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Well, I'm originally from Indiana. I'll eat corn any way I can get it. But that's
you were talking about the people you work with, though.
God. No, he doesn't even eat it. He sucks it up.
Damn right I do. But anyways, moving along. Thank you, Badger, for posing that question to get me out of this horrible death spiral I put myself into. I worked for I say that, but my client was a Fortune 100 company, and you could tell a lot of people were afraid. Like the CEO, your higher up presidents, VPs, they were pushing this shit, and the people underneath them. And I had to explain to the guy that I talked to what LGBTQ meant. He had no idea what it meant, and he grew up in Connecticut, and he was black. Yeah. He was like one of those Tiger Wood black people. He's like, what are you even talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. But I had to explain to him, and then fast forward, that was like 2018, and then fast forward like 2 years later in the Summer of Love, and just everybody tucked their tails between their legs, and I was not one of those people. I wouldn't put up with it.
Well, and that's how Bob Iger, when he says that shit about like he doesn't think that Disney is involved in politics or inserting anything, that the slippery thing of that is all the things that they're inserting, all their agenda, they don't think those are politics. They think they're on the right side of history. They think they're truth. And so that when they sit, well, that's just their reality. It's not politics. What are you talking about? Trans rights aren't political. They're just, now, of course they are. And then you see all the people. Yeah. So that's their little delusion, how they explain it away.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely the truth. It's the copium in which they talk about stuff is just insane. They're literally trying to keep it's like a snake eating its own tail, and it's trying to fund itself. That's the other thing. Oh yeah. To quote to give a shout out to Eric T. July, I have an NDA. Otherwise, I would drop all this stuff. I don't feel like getting sued, but they have a certain method in which they are going about like keeping this going. They're trying to get institutions that believe in this to fund people and then get interest on it. Not ESG so much, but a more simplified way of.
Hold on, let me summon Hayden. Bridge. Here, show up.
Oh, he's here.
Everybody drink.
Oh yeah, he's already here.
Drink. Yeah, no, they're not going to let it go.
Thanks to Hayden, I wrote that article about it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Meet the old boss, same as the new. It's the way they're gonna. Yeah, we know what they're gonna. But the point is, it's a grift that they're not gonna let go of, because what Fink say, when you want to make a change in a company's culture, you have to see that change echoed everywhere. And the company in this case is all of us. So that's why all of our pop culture reflects, or tries to at least. We're fighting. We're making videos. # Freestyler Blade and all the things. We're doing the things. But they're trying hard.
No, they're trying hard, and they're failing. But what it is, it's like that scene from World War Z where the zombies are trying to climb up the side. All they're doing is just throwing people out there. They're getting destroyed, but people are climbing on top of the corpses, and they're trying to get up the wall. The only thing we need to do.
I don't want to say they're failing yet, but they are certainly on the road to failure, and we've seen failures. point is, how long can they outlast? Like, but we're certainly seeing all the cracks and chinks in the armor. Everyone gets nervous when I use that term.
Well, we're past 10 minutes, so we're okay. Don't worry about it.
No pops isn't here. Like, he's not going to get offended.
No, but we're really in a battle of minds, hearts and minds. We're in a propaganda war, like however you want to take that, of like people that still think people that they're on the right side of history and the compassion. And when they understand they don't like being preached to, that's the one thing you can explain to someone that doesn't know anything about ESG. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like, well, I do get that everything's a little preachy and everything's a little forced diversity all of a sudden, and normal progressive people all of a sudden are like, I'm all for gay people, but why is every character gay? Like that type of thing.
Yeah. No, all it is it's I think Jordan Peterson talked about it. It's like you basically walk a little towards somebody, they move back. You walk a little toward, like you have to stand the line.
It's the exact quote
at every point
video of him talking about it.
Yeah, no, and that was really good. But the one, like, here's the thing. This is why a bunch of fat liberal white women and people that just don't want to, put any effort into life. They don't want to hand out food to the homeless. And I'm not saying that like anybody does it. I'm saying like if you want to help, you don't brag about it. The left hand shouldn't know what the right hand's doing. The problem is all these liberal white women and all these people that took gender studies in college, they whether you like her or not, she's divisive. Candace Owens put it right. These people are hooked on false altruism. They're virtue signaling. They're saying, look at how awesome I am. And they're doing fuck all. They're behind their computer. They're not doing anything. Or they hold up a sign at a rally where they know they won't get arrested or won't get admonished for what they say. It's nothing. It's nothing.
It's a lot of groupthink. It's a lot of groupthink. Yeah, virtue signal.
Yeah. So everything's built all. They're fighting paper dragons. They're fighting a fight that it will never end. It's like the whole thing. They always ask this question in comics to bring it back to dorkdom. They always ask what happens when Batman has no more nobody to fight, and
he fights aliens.
Which is cool. Which is cool.
Yes, it is.
That's what we need. We need an invasion right now would help us.
No,
but
it's
I don't know. They might get freaked out, especially if they land in California. They might just fly off and be like,
I think they'll buzz it. I don't think they'll land. I think they'll just drop by and just say nope.
Nope, bye.
I think
go ahead, Badger.
Homeland, because of all the plastic surgery, and they're like, oh, you look like us.
No, I was just saying, when you say it's all the guilty white women, it sounds like you're trying to be shocking, but unfortunately, after someone who's covered 3 videos a day and a lot of this, it's fucking like 99% white women, leftist white women between the ages of like 20 and 40, basically. Almost all of the narrative consultancy companies are mixed race of what I just said. Canadian, call themselves settlers on indigenous land, and they all say the same shit. It's all either virtue signal, guilty white people. And then I always point out when they're like, oh yeah. If there's like a black character in South Los Angeles, we come in and we make it more authentic. It's like, what does a Canadian mixed race black woman know about South LA American culture? Like, your skin melanation doesn't make you an expert on every black culture around the world. So it's a grift. It's a grift and a bunch of self-delusions. They really are saving the world. Eternals save lives, by the way. Did you know that? It's the same delusion.
Well, that demographic you're talking about, they walk in lockstep with the alphabet mafia. So, and that's what's pushing culture.
Yeah.
And
now you're an old bad boy.
Shout out
Transhausen by proxy.
I was going to say, thanks to John Morrow, I'm now getting action again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we need to stand up like John Morrow and fight.
Stand up.
Yeah, rising tide lifts all ships. Thanks, John.
Rising tide lifts all motorized wheelchairs.
I get it. John is just so much testosterone in one man that it literally crippled him with awesomeness, and Beardo just can't handle it. So, shout out.
Yeah. If you give that guy. If you give John Morrow a soy latte, he can walk for like 10 minutes because it brings down his testosterone level. Then he can actually move around. It's pretty amazing, actually. It's like Yoda from Attack of the Clones. He's like, then he goes back to being a lump in a chair like he usually is. So.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy to do that. He only does it when he's fighting or does his nightly wank, summons enough force energy, and then he goes right back to.
Well, that's conjures a picture, doesn't it? But
Rule
yeah, no, it's
34.
like
out there somewhere. Danky, probably don't animate that one. That might be a little. Not
well,
so
he
forward.
obviously makes enough money. He probably has an attachment that comes out of his chair like an Inspector Gadget, and it just goes like this mic arm right here.
They didn't say anything about self-pleasure. They said don't form attachments.
Oh, I was talking about a helpful attachment, like just kind of. Yes, that would be cool.
Shout out to Yoda.
Yeah, shout out to Yoda.
So, anyways,
paraplegic I am.
His ESG score is shot way up, though.
True.
Oh, God.
That's true. Need some of those.
Yoda would get hired
ESG
as an
ones.
underrepresented group. You never see any other of his species aside from Yaddle. So he is of an ethnicity. He's a minority.
Yeah, and if are you familiar with the original the original lore of Yaddle? They kept her in a hole for 1,000 years, and then she got out and got killed. Like she just yeah.
What's the original lore? Because from the Jedi quest book, she dies saving Anakin, like jumping up into the air with a bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, but she was in a hole for like 300 or some insane amount where people just said, "Oh, the voice from the hole," which
that's funny.
Pretty much a good way to attribute anything that any woman said. I'm sorry. Just kidding.
Shout out. Yeah, no, I still consider those like the actual Star Wars history, and then Disney, whatever they're doing, is the parody offshoot one.
No,
legal fanfic.
Extended
legal
universe
fan.
is still canon.
Oh, 100%. Luke is married to Mara J. Has been 100%. Yeah. See, we can cope too. That's fine.
Sir.
We have a little.
People are thinking it's real.
Yes. Speaking of lore, this is the lore I want to learn about. I don't know about you, Badger. I want to know about the Beardo John Morrow arc. I am full. I am all in.
That's awesome.
We're here for
flag of Beardo's favorite team up on the wall. Also,
you know what? Shout out to Beardo though. He did make me do it. I was looking through Amazon, and I've been looking at them for a while, but they had all of them, all 7. Those fucking Power Rangers that he has behind him. I bought all 7 of the original Mighty Morphin. This was childhood fulfillment because I used to love that
awesome.
shit as a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, well, not as bad
when
as you
Trini
think,
was the Yellow Ranger.
Bro, it comes with both heads for all the Rangers. So,
yeah, you hit the little
Aisha and
thing
Trini
right there on them, and
of
it switches over.
Yeah,
I had those growing up.
We're the only ones buying action figures anyway, so kids don't buy action figures. So I was having this conversation. I was like, no, they're all on TikTok and shit. You have to have imagination to actually play with action figures as a kid. So we're just buying and collecting them now.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right.
I'm still tempted to play with them sometimes, man, but I got no time.
Yeah, obviously he's trying to outrun the law.
Yeah.
Do you have any Power Rangers, Hoodie?
Huh?
Do you have any Power Rangers?
I have a few Power Rangers from the childhood, but I'm mostly into the NECA, Alien Predator, and the.
Whoa! Watch your language, sir.
He put the soft A.
Yeah, he's only half white. He's white adjacent, so he can get away with it.
Oh, sorry. I heard the, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I have the RoboCop NECA and the Commando Arnold Schwarzenegger that I got it for like cheap at a con, and it's like $300 now looking at it.
Yeah, no, dude, those NECA figures, and they're pretty detailed for the price, man.
Yeah, they're decent. Yeah, normally it's just McFarlane's, and then those couple few. Got the RoboCop one after playing Rogue City, watching the movies again, just the first 2, which Erwin finally watched, at least the first one.
Oh, Mac is
painful
a piece of garbage human being. I love him.
Fear the handicap. Well, shout out.
Gunho Mac is a legend.
Yeah, it's great seeing people that I used to watch show up in like Nerd War streams or on my Friday one inside the Badger Den. It's like, oh my God, it's happening. Like when I started the channel, I was like, I don't like, no offense to the greater YouTube, because you come in too, but I was like, I don't exactly give a shit about the greater YouTube. I want Fellowship and the 199 and everyone that is like at least not insane, and then we can bring everyone in, and thankfully that is what has happened.
Yeah, and you know what? Just as a brief recap, it's not about us. We love that you're on the show, but the whole reason that this whole thing started was a lot of us met up in Orlando, and just started talking, and Gary from Neurotic called me a pussy because I wouldn't start streaming and making videos. So I told him, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to do. He's like, I need some motivation. He's like, okay, quit being a pussy. He yelled it at me so I'm like, all right. So here I am.
I mean, he said it a billion times. If you want to do it, just start doing it. It's going to be bad, blah, blah, blah. Get a good microphone, decide what you're going to do. If you're going to be a psycho like me and do 3 videos a day, or you're going to do, yes, I went with the Ryan model, which is, it's a train once you get on, but it's not bad. It's not bad. If you
it is really fun. It's almost like most good YouTubers, and I'm sure the same way, Badger. But I don't want to put words
I'm
in
not
your
a
mouth.
good one, but if like them, yes.
Pardon me. I was watching Open Bar one night, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, I don't.
That had to have been where you had to have been outside of your body during that entire experience. That must have been insane.
Yep. That was
wow.
Yeah. I mean, I normally go into some weird cognitive dissonance, but that was an insane actual it was for like multiple different reasons. Mainly because it was like, I think even Nerd Wars was like, bro, you just talked Star Wars, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, like OG Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
With Mahler and Ryan, like no offense obviously to Drinker, but it's like also Ryan. So it was like everyone, and then Robot Head, which was super cool. Yeah, I was like, I'm surprised I was able to speak, and unfortunately I might have talked a little too much, but I was super excited to
I'm not going to be, and since you brought it up, I was like, this mother effer is trying to hustle his ass off. He was just like, he is going hard. But no, that was more props to you. Dude, like literally I watched that and I'm like, all right, this is bullshit. This guy, and I looked it up and I'm like, and by the way, you should have, and I know you'll get more subscribers, but you're almost to 4,000, right?
Yeah, I'm closing down.
You're just about to,
I think I'm in the 37s.
But I mean, you had a grassroots movement, and it got you on the Critical Drinker Show.
I honestly, I don't know if he was lying when he said that, because I sent him an email and thought I'd never hear from him. Now maybe he answered because he had seen other people say it, and that's why. I don't know why he answered the email. He said it multiple times. I was like, I'm gonna call this motherfucker on his bluff. He said multiple times, if you want to be on the stream or whatever, just send me an email. So I sent him an email, and he saw it and it was like, sure. And whether if they did, God bless you, keep doing that so I get back on. He said he'd have me back on afterwards. So I was like, okay, good. I did good enough to not embarrass myself, and
oh yeah,
it's a super tricky balance of you don't want to interrupt anyone like I just did. Sorry, Mo. You don't want to interrupt anyone.
Don't worry.
You don't want to be quiet. You don't want
to casual. You
don't want to go on there and not say anything.
I'm the admin here. If you talk too much, then you get this. I'm not too afraid. All right. All right. I we're in the hundreds of subscribers, which is amazing, by the way. We love everybody out there. It's been really fun.
Shout out.
Super cool. But that's what I was about to say. It's almost inconsequential. I don't really care if how many subs we get.
Look at your chat.
I know.
That's I was saying, you know how many people I see that have a lot of, because now I'm really super, okay, yes, subs are super important. Not saying they're not, please subscribe to me, that is, but views and your community, people talking to you and giving a shit. Thankfully, since we all talk to each other and we all I would have been at the meetup too. I just couldn't afford to go to Florida, and I was going to go to the Vegas one, but the RSVP filled up twice. But the point is, look at your chat. Yeah. You've got the fellowship. Jeremy watches. The people you want to watch. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Oh, dude,
everything else will come with it.
So since we're on that subject, and I have to bring it up because, and I'm not saying this to be hyperbolic, we have the best Discord on the internet, at least in the fellowship. I'm not trying to be mean.
100%.
I'm not trying to be mean.
100%.
The amount of stuff that we do and have fun, I haven't stayed up till 3 a.m. on a work week in a long time. I regret it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was there's stuff we'll do game nights, and we'll talk in the voice chat. We'll get to a point Alec Baldwin and I were part of an AI art a jam session where we were just throwing out the most dumb shit ever and just having fun and laughing. And somebody had Fail Army. It was Spartacus. Spartacus had Fail Army on video. So it was we're hanging out at a bar doing shots and just having to it just seriously, we've gotten lots of good recommendations from our Discord. Our Discord is always hopping, and it was almost like an afterthought when we started it. ABF was hey, can you start one up and I'll fill it up? And ABF is the one that has the structure of the Discord. But our Discord is fire, dude. It is really good. It's really fun. They are fully engaged, and it makes you want to get up The amount of people that say good morning is amazing. That just blows my mind. You wake up,
I love it.
and you got
I love it.
Yeah, so
yeah, you
cute.
get
I like it.
so out of anything right now, over our YouTube channel, our Discord rocks. And if you're out there, guys, and you're watching, I know most of you are from our Discord. You rock. Like seriously, we're gonna keep it this way for as long as we can because it was an accidental. Well, here we go. Let me get my Bob Ross here. No mistakes.
And if you're listening,
just
and you're
happy
not in the
accidents.
Discord,
Yeah.
Nagranol just dropped a link.
It's a fun little Discord.
Yeah, we'll probably
while we're on the topic of the Discord, so the first 199 people that show up, they get a gold name. Your name will change to gold, like you got a gold chain because you're the OG members. So if you're not in the Discord and you want to be, the first 199 people who show up in there and join up, you get a special little color on your name. You're not just a whitey.
Yes,
color names are more important than white names. Everyone knows.
Yes,
that.
you're a more important shade than white, which is apparently all that matters nowadays. So, but there's also massive, if things keep going the way they are, there's massive benefits that come with being part of that original 199. I don't want to just plop it out here right now, but we've been throwing it around. It's definitely worth your while. But dude, if you just want to have a fun time and jump in there, like I've had like. We should probably stream some of the interactions we have in Discord. They're hilarious, but it's just like they have so much fun, and it's like a home for everybody.
We need to stream that Jackbox game.
Yes.
Oh my
god.
God.
We need to set ground rules.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say, if you streamed
might draw some certain fallacies.
If they streamed if they streamed half my answers in that game, I wouldn't be allowed anywhere. I wouldn't be on the internet.
I totally do that either.
Yeah.
I was, one of my answers included the term dunce hole, which is not.
Oh my god!
It's not a respectful term for whatever you're assuming it is, and you're right. But anyways, sorry, shameless plug there, Badger. Hopefully you.
Are there any other kinds? No. Do all the. Apologize on your own show. Plug all the things.
No, but Badger, you do need to go to one of the next meetups because just hanging out with the fans is really fun, and that's why we made the Discord and the channel is because we want to continue to hang out with the fans. So
yeah, no, I would have, like I said, I would have gone to that last Vegas one, but and next time I'm just going to show up in the parking lot. I don't care how quick they show up.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah,
they would let
just
you
do it.
I basically had to smuggle
come on, get to the meetup. What are you waiting for? Stop it.
We went both
he
days
just watched
and
that, by the way.
Out, so.
Badger, you son of a bitch. Huh?
He watched Predator finally.
Oh, he did. I told him to watch that.
We guessing his ratings? We guessing his ratings out of 10?
I'm gonna guess he's gonna rate it like a 6 out of 10 for no reason.
Oh, that would have been a hot take. No, he was like a 9, 9.5.
Oh,
Yeah, he didn't pull a Stuttering Craig or whatever it was, Lord of the Rings hot take. Although maybe that's misinformation. I didn't get a follow up on that.
Craig said that was misinformation.
Well, I am proud of Nerd
Didn't help that he didn't tell us his correct rating. So
no, I'm glad Nerdboards watched Predator because we talked about that last week. So that is.
Oh, dude, that was painful. Like I really wanted to be
like. A lot
of
them that were painful. The Back to the Future one gave me like low grade cancer on stream. I shut down.
But Predator.
Yeah, I don't know how you stream with that man. It's like, oh yeah, sorry. The man is fighting pop culture, but doesn't know anything about pop culture. It's like he's running into battle with his gun facing the wrong direction. Like
we'll point out that he was busy in the political realm for those decade and a half or whatever, and that's why Nerd Wars and Nerd Rage rather so good is because a political nerd and a pop culture nerd scissor together to make something greater than the sum of their parts. But yeah, no, he's got a lot of fucking homework to catch up on. A lot. He's got a Captain America Frozen in Ice list that he's like a quarter of the way through now.
He's watch Princess Bride and the Goonies. Those are the ones that are bothering me. So
yeah, the Goonies is so good.
Yeah,
and the Goonies is going to be in the movie theater soon.
What? Really?
They're bringing everything back.
Oh yeah, I did see they had a lot of movies playing that are old.
Mummy, all those Spider-Man movies, Phantom Menace. Yeah.
I heard they're bringing Lord of the Rings back.
Have anything?
Yeah, they're going to bring Lord of the Rings back, and they're going to be the extended ones.
They're going to be extended and 4K.
Yes.
So I'm going to go see it in the
Although I
only
can't
wait that long.
Oh well, Craig's supposed to be doing that. That's the one that I want to go to. Like you can when he does the extended Lord of the Rings.
Oh, he can't do it.
He's renting out a movie theater.
He can't do it. They have a moratorium on it because they're actually releasing it in theaters, so they can't do that until it's out of theaters. So when he wanted to do it, it's in theaters. He could do it. They just couldn't do it around that month. Like there's like a month cushion around when he wants to do it. Yeah.
Bummer.
That's dumb. Or you could tell how bankrupt they are on ideas and everything like that. Just like, hey, let's take the classics and put them back in the theaters so we can get a little bit more box office.
That's not bankrupt. They don't have anything else. Nothing.
I'm here for it though, man.
Yeah.
I want to watch Die Hard.
I'm not giving them any more of my money.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why they say survive till 2025 because they don't have shit coming out except for their Deadpool, which we'll
that's
probably
it.
go
That's
through that.
it for the summer.
But yeah, no, I'm down to watch extended edition, like the movie. It's not the movie theater's fault, so I'm down to go there and watch some badass movies, especially ones I didn't get to see Alien, which is back in theater, but like if Aliens, you bet your ass I'm going to watch that.
Yeah, absolutely,
dude.
Yeah,
so good.
Yeah,
I know Mo's gonna go see Alien 3 if they put that in theaters.
Hey, that is an underrated movie.
I meant Resurrection.
No, Resurrection. Okay, so that's a great. I'm glad you brought that up, Hoodie D. Also, fuck you. Okay, so there, I can tell you exactly when I felt like when escapism left my body. Like when I watched a movie and I was upset how bad it was. It was Alien Resurrection. I was 17 years old as it came out in the winter of 1997. And I watched it in the theater, and I remember thinking about how much I hated the movie while I was watching the movie, and it annoyed me. Because up until that point, dude, like everything in the 80s and 90s was just like go to watch a movie, you were just there, and you turned your brain off for 2 hours. But it bothered me that I had my brain turned back on because I'm like, what the actual hell? It made me think about not being in the theater anymore, and that sucked. And it never got.
She made that basket. Have you seen?
Yes, in real life, in real life, she actually did that. Which
there's parts about that movie I like, even if the movie sucked. Like I sort of like the team.
Oh yeah, totally.
I like the premise that they're fucking around and experimenting with it, but yeah, the weird. She's a clone, but she's part alien, and I don't know where they're going. The Winona Ryder Cole thing. It was a weird thing.
Oh yeah, she was bad when she had that drink with the boxing gloves. I'm like, oh, get out of here. It really annoyed the shit out of me. And
highlight Gung Ho Max.
Where is it? Where's he at?
He watched the wrong Alien movie.
Oh no! It was probably better than Alien Resurrection. Like the worst part, because I actually paid attention. I paid attention in school. They blow up. Okay, seriously, this is why I hated this movie, because it made me think about shit too much. They blew up an alien that was made of hydrochloric acid in a giant container of water. So they hit it with a grenade, which would have killed everybody the shock would have like destroyed everybody's brain. But they blew up something that was made of acid in water. That would have just killed everybody. Would have blown a hole in the side of the ship. I'm like,
a futuristic grenade, man.
Yeah, but in the future, acid and water don't mix. That's my point.
It was a special type of water that had a extra molecule in it.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm sorry.
$30,000 for script writing. Thank you.
I
and put a chick in it, make her gay and black and lame. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna put myself on the bottom. I have disrespected the Badger. I belong in
ABF. What'd you say, ABF?
Alien Resurrection was the movie where the little pinhole was like sucking the alien out, right?
Yeah. It's like screaming. It says "mom."
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
That movie.
Sucked. The alien that was built like my 84-year-old great grandmother was supposed to be scary.
I just wanted colonial marines and pulse rifles killing aliens and like just ignore it all, bring Hicks back, say no, this was a joke, he's still alive. All he had was slight scarring, just a cool scar in his face.
Find more people like Bill Paxton fill that role.
Shout out Bill Paxton, the only guy to get killed by the alien, the Predator, the Terminator, and there was another thing he has on there too.
Really?
Yeah.
He's on Sean Bean's status. How many times he gets killed?
Oh yeah,
Twister.
Yeah, he was great in Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat, or whatever that is, as the sergeant, drill sergeant.
Oh yeah.
He's like, he's like, good. I loved him in Alien though. Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck we got? He was such a douchebag in that movie.
And that's an ad lib from him. That's not in the script. He just said that. Shout out
what
to
the best
the best ad lib ever. Yeah.
No, the best ad lib was, she heard they thought they meant illegal alien and she showed up, which Badger probably knows the lore. Yeah, she actually showed up in brown face as like an illegal, as like a Mexican, because they thought when they said alien, she thought they meant illegal alien. So she got the part, even though she's like as Irish as they come. She's like a red. Well, I mean, I think she's Jewish, but she's got red hair and freckles. Yeah. So when they made fun of her, if you look at everybody in that scene, they're actually laughing. They're not acting. And she goes, "Fuck you, man."
Shout out. They did a good job, though.
Oh, she was great. I didn't realize she was like a redhead until with Lethal Weapon 2 when she gets killed in the most
Lethal Weapon. Yeah,
she gets killed by diving board.
Well, bro, she's that's also in Terminator 2. That's the mom.
Yeah,
John Connor's mom.
Oh, you're
foster
right.
mom.
Yeah, the foster mom.
I'm just saying, the first time I realized, I'm like, why is this Mexican in whiteface? Like, I was so confused.
Foster parents are dead.
Oh my god, the memes that came out like recently, like people still pulling, memes out of that one scene is so funny.
Oh, I bet.
The one where he's on the phone.
Yeah, I'm sure him being spiked to the thing is anytime we have an opinion.
Well, they've been using it with, gaming and stuff like that. It's like, oh, actually, because they censored, it is good. And then, Arnold turns to the kid or to John Connor, and he's like, "Your parents are dead."
Yeah, you gotta wait for Nerd Wars to watch that one. Even though I think we got him for sure the first two, and even if they're like, what? Yeah, he hasn't seen Terminator.
He hasn't watched Terminator 2.
Come on, we didn't get that.
First of all, he hadn't seen Back to the Future Predator. Fucking shocked you. He hasn't seen Terminator. Nothing should be off the table right now.
Oh man.
He's completely. He's seen all the Harry Potters.
And he's
Did he grow up Amish?
No, I think he grew up in like that Brie Larson movie. I think he was just like trapped in a room and he was like fed bread and water for like 30 years.
See that Brendan Fraser movie, Back to the Past, or whatever it is? Like, yeah, he grew up in a bomb shelter.
Blast from the Past.
Oh yeah, Blast from the Past.
He grew up in a bomb shelter. Yeah. He's only seen like 4 movies on VHS.
Do you think it would be acceptable for him to watch Terminator 2 before Terminator 1?
No, you can't do that.
I think he should watch Terminator 1 before he watches.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
because I think that's how I did it, and I actually liked it more that way.
I might have done that too accidentally, but I still think if given like the choice, he should just watch the first one. If nothing else, then like the CGI is better in the second one, and like some of the flow is different. So he just get the love story and the setup and the world, and then get the superior.
It wasn't just good; it was revolutionary.
Yeah,
it actually like transformed movies.
Yeah,
and it still holds up. 100%. It still looks great. Like when he rises out of the floor, that looks real. Like when he's like,
you want to talk about like show a weak like worth, not even woman, person who is a strong person by the end, and you see the struggle, just happens to be a woman. You see her struggle all the way through the end, where you're like, yeah, when she's screaming at him, "Get up, soldier! What's up?" That's how it used to be done.
Yeah, and
we act like that doesn't exist.
Anybody that's seen the original, I grew up watching the horribly edited cut that didn't have any cuss words on the local Fox affiliate. Then I saw the real one, and I'm like, you know what? Lyndall Hamilton isn't as skinny as you think with her shirt off. She's all right looking.
Understood the allure until that first one uncut. Then I got it. Then no wonder he came across time for her.
Oh, dude, I almost came across the room, but that's beside.
Yeah.
Woo!
I'm jealous of anyone that gets to watch these movies for the first time. Or
it is really cool. You know how many times I've thought about like turning off, like getting the thing from Men in Black, that doing that, so I can
nebulizer or whatever.
Yes,
nebulizer or whatever.
I actually just watched Men in Black the other night.
Yeah, how's that hold up? You watched the one with Chris Hemsworth, right?
No, hell no. Right? Hell no.
It's not really watchable.
Garbage.
Oh, geez.
Do you watch the first one with Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah, that's what I watched.
Yeah, that one.
How great was he in that?
It's a good time.
Like an Edgar.
How great was he in that movie?
Oh,
he's great in everything. Vincent D'Onofrio is he's a leftist idiot, but aren't they all? But he's such a great actor.
Sugar.
All of those dudes are batshit insane if you were to actually sit down and talk to them. And Will Smith before. I want to like Bad Boys because I used to love the originals, but it's just like, bro, I can't unhear the killing him. He was killing him. All the cuck stuff. It's just sorry, bro. You just divorce.
Dude,
you got a divorce and go through something, but go get your groove back. I'm just not buying you as a a leading
I
man
think they
anymore.
should just own it and have Will just slaps the crap out of someone in the next movie.
Yeah, I guess they'll probably make an in joke or not.
Why wouldn't
live it
you?
down because he's embarrassed.
Yeah,
he's embarrassed. Like he did that apology, and then Chris Rock just owned on him harder. And I was like, yeah, shut up, dude. Just don't say anything.
Dude, that was crazy when that happened. I remember hearing, like, I think I was watching a live stream or something like that. It was one of the fellowship, and they're like, Will Smith just slapped Chris Rock, and they're like, no.
I saw Gary post, and then like,
yeah, it was like
it on, and so I just rewound it, and it was like, oh, I don't think that was fake. Like, because everyone thought it was fake. I was like, oh, I don't think that was fake. And then, then someone posted the leaked audio of him screaming, the famous "Keep my wife's name," like the commercials and shit, and like, yeah,
dude,
Denzel
the best
coming
part
up to him.
The best part was when they cut to what's her name? She was in 12 Years a Slave, and she was, she's from, I think she's from like Cote d'Ivoire. She's like African. She's like a pretty famous actor. They cut to her, and then when after he said, "Keep my name out your fucking mouth," and she's like, "Oh shit!" Like she just hit her like, "This is not a play." She thought they were acting, and she got really uncomfortable. It was hilarious.
It's like, no, don't do the angry black man stereotype. She panicked. Yeah, the cops were gonna apparently escort him out, and they overruled that decision. But they apparently going, oof, not a good standard.
And then Denzel Washington was like talking sense into Will.
He said the truest shit ever, though. I think he said something like, "The devil comes for you at your highest moments."
Yeah, that was a good one, actually. Yeah.
Well, I think that was also like Will was in his own fucking. I think Will pays attention to social media. He's even said in that one video where she was recording him, and he's like, my social media is my brand and shit like that. And so like he's very well aware of everyone's reaction to that Red Table stuff. And like, what did she say? The entanglement? Oh, you mean when you fucked our son's friend? Yeah.
Look, I don't advocate for violence against women, but the fact that he did not reach across that table, and like do an iRobot to her neck, where just
that's
just squishes.
Literally a Chris Rock bit.
I'll
never hit a woman, but I'll shake
a bitch. Shake the shit out of her.
Shout out Chris Rock.
And if you're feeling old in the chat, now you will be. That special came out 30 years ago.
There's a bunch of things. I think that's why Jeremy and Daly was like, stop telling us how long ago games came out. Like, even when you ask that question, because I want to be like, oh, I've only been watching for a few years. It's like, bro, 2018 is like 6 years ago. I've been watching damn, what has happened? Time has gone by so quickly.
It really has. It's I'm hoping that by the way, if you have children that are in like around 10 or something like that, they're Generation Alpha, and I'm hoping that is actually the case. Please be the alphas. Please.
I really hope that we make. I think someone even said, if we don't we're on the path, we don't significantly halt this ideology within the next 5 years, it's done. We're done. Because we've already lost too much of generations that have been raised to think their country's racist, America sucks, everyone is systematic this, like we need to stop it right now, or it's all not bad. But
absolutely.
It was all bad. Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
And I tried pushing back at like the financial, like kind of like the level that I was at, but it's like you can't do it. It's really hard to do that. But if you just point and laugh and have fun with people, and I just thought of it, like you're around 3,500 subscribers. Let's say 5% of the people in your chat take it to heart and they really do something with it. That's a lot of people that you're actually changing, and you think about like Gary and Drinker. I mean, but we're all like, I hope. I'm not saying that we are.
My parents. That's my greatest victory.
Wow.
We all fail right now, and now I can have conversations. I DTDS'd someone. It is fucking possible. Well, actually, that's also possible.
Okay.
If you're paying attention to Michael Rappaport. He's DTSing himself by just learning. Yeah, except now he says voting for the Trump is on the table. Voting for Trump is on the table. And that I was stupid in 202016, and I'm educating myself.
I did not know he flipped the script like that.
Well, I'm just saying that's a nice little change, so it can be done. But yeah, the point is we just need to talk to people. You got to get through that horrible mousetrap of like they shut down as soon as you say a trigger word, and they feel instead of think. And once you actually can make people understand what you're saying and point out all the reasons for all the things you're saying, boy, it's a lot easier, but it normally takes a long time and humor and repetition and consistency.
Well, what it really took for him was for a Yogg-Boy to come out and rip through his armor.
Yeah, what it took for him is being Jewish in New York, and you see a couple free Gaza protests in them, and all of a sudden he's pretty red pilled all of a sudden. And God, wish he wasn't in Fallout. That no one would have made that Knight Titus. No one would have given him armor. He was wrong for the character.
Yeah, he was
disservice to the Brotherhood of Steel. But yeah, no, he was barely in it. Thankfully.
Well, that actually brings up one of the topics that we had.
You guys got topics?
Yeah, just in case
just for you, buddy.
To talk about.
Thanks, man.
The ratings came out and they said that how many people watched it?
65 million.
5 million.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think it's true because my dad and my sister watch it who have no idea what Fallout is.
Yeah.
Well, what is the retention rate? Ryan talks about this all the time. It's like they will always release the ones that have the biggest numbers, but if you actually look at retention rate or rewatches, it's not 65 new viewers.
I don't know, but let's put it this way: there are 1 million people playing Fallout 76, 5 million people playing all the games. That didn't happen with Halo.
I just downloaded 4 because of the show. So
I mean, we're doing reviews on it as well. So we have watched it. So
I have problems with it, but it's writing, pacing, and narrative problems. And even a lot of the problems I have are all defended by the fact that, goddamn, when they said this is a live action Fallout, they literally recreated the world 1-to-1. You can't even call it a key jangle. It is the world. And I've played all the games. So it's not like I'm just it is the fucking world down to, I was explaining to Nerd Wolves, like the cleaner, the Abraxo cleaner. He's like, what about the deviled eggs? It's like, yum, yum, deviled eggs. It's the thing. Everything has an isotope in it that, like preserves it, 200-year-old food. Yeah. And even Maximus being a fucking idiot, well, his stats, he has a 4 in intelligence. The thing that everyone complains about, I know Mahler hates this, but unfortunately this is the reasoning. The original Fallout 1 and 2, the turret sort of sucked. And so when the guy's escaping from the Enclave and the turret doesn't hit him, yes, it looks stupid. I had to have an even bigger Fallout nerd explain that to me. I was like, okay, all right, it's a choice. Whether you agree with it or not, most of the things are all backed up by lore, game perks, and that's why they did it.
Well, here's some of the things that I have. Look, because so with that many games and it being as expansive as it is, just from the gaming perspective, whenever you see that, you can kind of make excuses for any little stupid ass thing that they put in there. And when it's set in the New Vegas era, I think it should have stuck more to the New Vegas game.
Oh, good. Except it's not set in the New Vegas era. It's 14 years
showed at the end.
After. Yeah, they showed New Vegas 14 years after the game. It's set in 2296. So 14 years have passed.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about is the location. The location.
Yeah. You mean the adapted location from the game to live action doesn't look exactly the same?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about so you had the turrets that were in that same timeline from Fallout 1, but that wasn't the same timeline that what they're showing in the game. I mean, in the show, because they specifically say that it's 2276 in the show, and that's what the timeline that they are living in right now.
The timeline they're in is 2296.
I mean, maybe it's still the same turret.
It's 90. That would be a semantical difference that I'm not still exactly sure what you're pointing out. All I know is the current year, it's set in the Fallout universe by Bethesda, of which New Vegas is canon. It's 9 years after the fourth one and 14 years after New Vegas. That's what it is. And New Vegas is canon, even though we don't exactly know which ending is canon. That's what's going to happen in the second season, which is sort of what Todd was talking about, that while they don't like to pick canon endings, they're going to have to sort of pick one regarding Mr. House, obviously. We saw him. Going to have to see him in the next season, which we're getting.
Does that mean that they're ending the season at season 2? Or ending the show at season 2?
I don't know. I think they're going to keep going.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think
he made it seem like you keep going as long as there's a story there to tell. Yeah. And we're still getting Fallout 5.
So I gotta know.
Well, hold on. We need Elder Scrolls 6 still needs to come out.
That is apparently also coming out. I think the word is that because of the reaction to the show, because so many people are playing the games again, Microsoft is now like, hey, how about you put that Fallout game out a little bit?
I really hope so, man.
Well, and then Todd sort of said it without saying it, but they sort of have 2 Fallout projects, even though he just said like that other thing. The context he was talking of is so Fallout 5 and then whatever that other thing he was talking about. And then they're still updating 76. There's like a whole map expansion coming out.
They just updated 4. It was like a next gen update.
Yeah, I checked it a little bit.
Which honestly is great marketing by them. That really pushed it. Like people.
And in 76 they put out like outfits, character outfits.
Well,
like
that's great. Didn't the update actually upset a lot of people because it broke a lot of the mods?
Broke their mods.
I know one person who would upset. I know one very famous person in the fellowship at the moment that was really unhappy that it broke his game. It was the man of the hour, 1-800-DANKY. I'm sure he's going to spurg in the chat right now. He'll probably pop back in, but he was so
turn it on the computer. I was afraid I don't want to update it.
Yeah, don't update. You don't have to.
Yeah. Because I already like edited the INI. It took forever to get it to actually work in widescreen. They're like, we're adding widescreen support. It's like, son of a bitch. After I already.
A man after my own heart.
Good. Yeah, on console.
A man after my own heart. Editing the INI just warms my cockles. That was something you had to do all the time.
I would say old school, like Knights of the Old Republic and other back in the day. Like,
you had a game based off the
PUBG. PUBG, I used to do it for.
Yeah, until they erased you from the face of the earth for cheating. But
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. No, you had to because it ran like shit on everything. I still play it, by the way. I'm one of those weirdos. But speaking of video games, and I've seen people in the chat here from our wonderful Discord, including Lady Aaron D, who is known beyond the auspices of our Discord. I know nothing about Fallout. Yeah, I don't know much about the lore. I never got into it. I wasn't into Bethesda.
Yeah, that was the debate because it was like, well, people that don't know anything about the lore like this, and it seems like yes, they did. Even my friend who knew nothing about it, I was like, and you liked it? Like was anything confusing? And because I kept like, do I like this just because it's how they adapted the world, or because I hate a lot of the characters for most of the show? Like, I'm fine with where they end up. I just think they should have got there sooner. But like character wise, but other than that, it's like, man, I think I like this just because of how much I recognize from the games. But no, it apparently did translate and is getting people to play the games, which is great. Because the worst part about Halo was like, fuck, I don't want people to think that, why do people like the Halo games if this is what it is? Like, this is not a representation. I'm fine with people thinking this is, even if the humor is a little hit and miss here and there. By and large, holy shit, what a service rather than a disservice.
Yeah, like I said, my dad and sister both love it, and they never knew anything about Fallout. So
cool.
That says a lot. But my question is, and I think, and it's really like I kind of want to watch the show. I wait till the whole season comes out because as somebody that had to work in the belly of the beast, I have no tolerance for DEI or bridge or anything like that at all.
Okay, well they pay
because right. But what I'm saying is
one for sure DEI.
Oh yeah, to get them off their ass. I know what you're talking about. I've heard about that one. But my question is, for anybody that is wanting to play Fallout and stuff like that, I've wondered this myself because I know that the original Fallout was a competitor to the game called Wasteland, which was really supposed to be that was the one that really started everything. But my question is, for somebody that's such a avid Fallout fan, and I've been wanting to know this, so I want to pick your brain. What is the required? Pretend I'm Irwin and I haven't seen a movie, but it's Fallout. What games do I play on Fallout?
Well, if you want to go hardcore and you want to go back to the original 2, and the isometric 1 and 2, which it's fine if you want to, I would start there. But if you are you want to pay basically like you watch the show, you want to start the series, I would just start with Fallout 3, which I actually just played the game of the year. I'm on the very last DLC, and then I'm going to go to New Vegas, and then Fallout 4, and I've been playing Fallout 76 the whole time. But yeah, Fallout 3 still holds up. And by the way, and I will just say that it's 2008. Every other character is a woman and or mixed race. Like, it is traditionally progressive as fuck.
Yeah, I don't care.
And like, the TV show, but my point is, even in the TV show, I understood that would be that way. Dane is obviously a 2024 tax of a non-binary in the Brotherhood of Steel. That's fucking laughable. That being said, even that character isn't written to be virtue signally, and it's oddly based when that character does something that, I won't spoil anything. But the point is, it didn't actually ruin anything. And yeah, the games, just start with the third one, bro. It's patched.
Third one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I played that.
And then New Vegas.
That was a great game.
Here's the thing. New Vegas is probably the best overall Fallout game, but I'm not one of those players that lets that ruin my like of the other ones, even if I still think that's like the standard of narrative interweaving and dialogue. And I like Fallout 4 and the dialogue options. I just wish they were more expansive and more like just like New Vegas dialogue, basically.
So yeah, no, absolutely. But here's a mistake I made. I did not follow the lore of Beetlejuice. I said Irwin's name 3 times in a row, and guess what? I just summoned.
Oh God.
I just want to go ahead and point out that I was the latest and gayest of all of you. What do I win?
Well, Irwin, you watch Predator, so I'm happy.
A butt plug.
I tricked my audience into
a bike with no
seat.
seat.
To watch Predator, and then the next day I saw Alien in theater, and I tricked them into paying me to do it.
Social.
That's awesome.
Social responsibility.
Okay, so Irwin, from when we talked last week, I want to know this because I'm a huge movie soundtrack guy. How great was Jerry Goldsmith's soundtrack in the theater? Like when they're at the beginning, isn't it wonderful?
I didn't get jump scared a single time. I was kind of waiting for it. When they distracted me with Sigourney Weaver getting all like naked, and then like the alien hand pops out, didn't even get me. I'm a big boy. But music was good. Still, the music that stuck with me the most is my Blade Runner watch with the headphones on. So
Vangelis
didn't impact me as much like the Alien soundtrack, but I was really glad I saw it in theater with like 3 other people or so.
Yeah, I figured it would not be.
I just
illed.
The reason I had to come in so late and so gay is because I actually just saw, speaking of gay, Ryan Gosling and The Fall Guy, which
don't spoil it.
Good. I am kind of shocked. Yeah, they did.
But like good or 2024 action, good?
Action, comedy, romance, and they pulled off all 3. And and for the ladies, Ryan Gosling shirtless moment for at least 2 or 3 seconds. And
what about Emily Blunt?
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
Yeah, did she take her shirt off? I'm okay with that.
Sadly, no. No Sigourney
I'm
Weaver
seeing
moment.
it Friday, so I'm excited.
Yeah, tomorrow for me.
Yes, well, movie buffs like myself, we saw it at the early screening. Not to brag or be up on the ivory tower, but I did finally watch Alien. Yes. Oh, Jessica's back. She heard that you got to see Ryan Gosling's abs.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Only like 2 or 3 seconds, sadly. Yeah, we didn't get there was no trade-off. We didn't get the lady version, but Emily Blunt, she still
we got to see her do yoga and Edge It tomorrow. I'm okay. We're good.
That is a movie I have seen. Big fan.
I like that movie.
She pulled
that
off
movie
tough,
is
but still feminine, and not Alyssa Mercanti.
I had to go through her media tab the other day because there's this image of her that everyone uses, but I cannot find on a search engine.
The one where she's like this. She's like,
yeah, it looks like a pig. I had to go through all of her media tab, and I saw all of her pictures, and I thought about blinding myself, but I care so much about you guys, I decided not to.
It's okay. I mean, people hold John Morrow on high. That's one little disability, compared to many disabilities.
I will say,
it'd still be better than Beardo by a long shot.
Anything's better than Beardo.
Oh man, I didn't realize
Beardo
was so strong.
Damn, Jessica. Hasn't been on screen for like 2 weeks, and she comes with the front. She's just like,
he's gonna cry in the car now.
She didn't. Well, she wasn't here for Ryan Gosling. She was here for the Beardo slander.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it slander if it's true? I feel like
allegedly. So I will say I do actually have a secret project I'm working on. I got a hint for you guys. Las Vegas, another hint. Meetup, another hint. Bunch of you guys are in a video I'm currently editing. That's all the hints you're getting now.
Did you see someone wearing sunglasses in any of those videos?
Someone from this stream happened to like win a prize, I believe.
Oh shit!
Was there someone? Alec Baldwin might be able to help me out with this. Was there someone wearing a MCU fan as a simp shirt and hugged him, or was that someone that just looks like Alec Baldwin's finger?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even have that shirt like right next to me or anything.
Okay, so here's what I'm saying. I don't know if you'd prefer it in the video or not in the video, but whatever the opposite is, I'm going to do that unless you give me $500. Yes, I'm holding it hostage. MCU fan hug. I'll do it right now. I'm crazy. Ask Badger.
Oh, certified.
I had to pay you $500 to take it out.
Well, it depends if you want it in or not.
Whoa!
Oh, that's like 2 super
He'll
chats
take it
for
out.
maybe F. Hey, shit. So-
You know that my YouTube account's been broken lately. I haven't been able to like super chat anybody. So
Oh,
To stop
that
you
explains
from
it.
financially
Wow,
ruining
insane.
yourself.
I know. So yeah.
All of our
Alright.
channels are under attack. So
Save you.
who wants to hear me spoil all of the Fall Guys? I'm a professional.
Spoiling movies
movie
is my
journalist?
domain.
Yeah, spoil it.
Spoil away, man.
Well, it
'cause
depends.
I
the girls aren't going to
remember
pay
watching.
attention. They're just going to be looking for Gosling nips. So yeah,
Have
go
I
ahead. Tell us
done
No,
the
we're
story.
gonna see it for the
It's-
panel.
like first 10 minutes.
Okay,
I'm telling you.
Okay, all right.
They get to
then
it
don't.
quick.
Then don't.
So Ryan Gosling, who I'm going to probably call Ryan Reynolds several times, bear with me, starts off narrating. I really enjoyed it, and then they like kind of stopped, and then at the end they narrated again. Like, give me more Ryan Gosling narration. Him and Emily Blunt are all lovey-dovey, but then there's an accident,
BRB.
and then it goes blah 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 into the future, and they're not together anymore because the accident done goofed them all up. But now he's got to be on her set. And she doesn't want him there. Girls, you turning Ryan Gosling down? He just
Broken
like crashed a car 8.5 times, all super manly like with some like sunglasses on.
Was there
she's
diversity?
like, get out of there. Okay, well, we will address that. There were some side characters that were some boxes getting checked.
Because that's the fun part is that they have a 3 out of 5 have to be from an underrepresented group.
Yes, and several of them elbowed men in the face and like threw them over them. There was a little bit of that, but most of the little girls beating up dudes, they had to hit them like 20 times. So it's like
that's accurate.
that I can live with. And like the guy's driving at the same time and whatnot. So shirtless, yeah, here we go. Second thing, shirtless scene for the ladies, of course. Honestly, dude hasn't touched a carb in months. So here's a bunch of stuff I can't read because I had to write it in the dark. He's a valet now, blah, blah, blah. Girl boss montage. When he gets on the set, they have the Emily Blunts, like, I think it's a oneer, like a long one. She's just girl bossing. Everyone's coming with problems, and she's just, snap, 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 girl bossing. But it wasn't too bad. But I mean, it did get a note. Some of the cool things is, they would switch to the actual like movie that's like finished with all the color grading and special effects, and then cut back to like what they're actually doing, and then cut back to the movie. Did it several times. It worked for me. I enjoyed it. Camera work and cinematography and editing and all that stuff. I was shocked. It was really good. The Fall Guy and action, comedy, romance. I laughed more in it than in any of the Ghostbusters movies. I said it. I said it.
Wow.
I said it. I know. I cringed. I know. I'm sorry. But Jodie hates him. The Emily Blunt hates him for some reason, and it keeps catching him on fire. And then she has like a mental break. She girl bosses, and then she has like a mental breakdown on set, torturing him because she's mad that he left her.
Oh.
Girl bosses. But it was pretty funny, and it had like the romance stuff and the dialogue and stuff.
Did you feel
the romance
feelings?
was good? I said it. Like, kind of. The romance was good.
Oh, wow.
I told you, I'm the latest and gayest one here at the moment.
Yeah.
So, kind of the bad guys, the person he's the stunt double for is Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, and he's missing, as you may know if you've seen the trailer. But we can't tell the cops because, or else the movie will end, and then he wants to keep. His woman's the director, so he's got to save it. So he goes off and does all the trailer stuff. The scene with like the truck, he's in like the back and they're like scraping along. Good. All the action stuff was good. I laughed a bunch. Ryan Gosling was good. Ryan Gosling ended up. And the romance, a lot of times it was him doing the romance because he was the one all missing her and she was all still like love her spurned and such. And like love is dead. So he'd be all like emotional. One moment where he's like blasting Taylor Swift in the truck. And he's doing the whole romance thing, and then knock, 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 and then she's just there like bitch face on, like looking at him, like why are you listening to Taylor Swift? So it's actually him doing the like, yeah. And I cared about them. I I like the movie. I said it. I don't know. I somewhere between a 7 or 8, which is around where
an echo
I'm
chamber.
giving
How
like
afraid he is to say he liked it because you know Gary is going to come out and be like, this fucking movie sucked.
It's a
all the
trilogy.
idiots like it, and you're going to get roasted like with Argyle, which you certainly enjoyed more than most other people. I think you went in with a better frame of mind. You went in with a better frame of mind, and you didn't go in with anyone else. No offense, I love them all, but I'm sure Gary and like Quarter Black, they all had fun like roasting it together, and that just amps up. You're not watching it with like.
Yeah, roasting is too much
clear.
Yeah,
because it, I
have a movie that I
territory.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
nice.
People
popcorn
are going to hate
movie.
it, love it or hate it.
Popcorn movie.
I
5 to 7 is popcorn. 5 to
If
7
you're
is popcorn, and I actually enjoy those more than anything.
I'm game for both of those actors. So Ryan and Emily Blunt. So
somebody
if you're saying they're not wasted in it.
That's good.
I'll say it again.
There's a trip and ball scene. He has to dress up like Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, so he's got like a lime green suit on, and it's all the like black light club, and so you get the various things that are like glowing in the black light, and then he gets like dosed with some LSD or something like that.
Ooh, that
then we have a fight scene while he's tripping, and it gives very like Sin City meets like Scott Pilgrim sort of vibes. Like when he punches, it's like does effects and stuff, and it was good. What the heck? Like one of the things I liked about Predator was the camera work. Being in the jungle, you could get so many different angles and build that like 3D kind of a feel by moving, having all the plants and stuff like that. It was really good. I really liked that. Kept you interested.
They cut the sexual tyrannosaur.
I am. That is on the post-it note for sure. Sexual tyrannosaur.
I was going to say we can't say the other option. That's
I wanted to say it to him.
A slick jawed.
Gamer word. Gamer word is how I wrote it.
Very high tea comment by Mr. Ventura in that.
It was true. These guys are all going into a war zone where they probably going to get killed. They're like, I don't want to be chewing tobacco. It's like, no,
but it's
Jesse Ventura was right.
Yeah.
Hashtag Jesse. Hashtag. What was his name in the movie? It just escaped me.
Hashtag best character.
Hashtag I ain't got time to bleed. Yep.
What was your favorite line in Predator?
Yes, thank you.
I think we may have just quoted it. I have to dig through all my.
Stop it.
Notes. 1 second.
My favorite is I ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah,
that's my favorite line.
But in the follow,
you weren't armed.
Yes.
This is my Back to the Future 3 post-it note, so I'm getting closer. You guys didn't even force me to do that one. I watched that one of my own free will.
Well, because you were already down the rabbit hole, and you got to see the conclusion.
Anyone know anything about Predator Concrete Jungle?
Noise. Played that game back in the day.
You got all the figures.
Hell yeah.
Where did I put it?
Yeah, no. Predator's where it's at.
We're all waiting with bated breath.
Okay.
Come on, Erwin.
Do most people like
I lost it. You guys already. I wrote all the ones I have. Please tell me no.
Not as bad as it's made out to be.
That's the one in the city, right?
Yeah.
Scorpio.
I really liked it.
Scorpio is ready.
I think it's Los Angeles.
There's a lot to like
Bill
there. I think.
Paxton and Danny Glover in it.
Yeah. Danny Glover's the cop or a detective, whatever he was.
Yeah.
And Gary Busey is a research guy.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
He's like the special forces, like that comes in, like that is aware of it because of the first one, is aware of like Dutch's. I always thought he was supposed to come back. They were supposed to do another Predator. They did it in the video game where Dutch.
Oh, dude, it wasn't that cool though.
Okay.
What the trailer? I'm like, that's all I need to know. That just moved the lore an inch, and I loved it.
Yeah,
he's like, I almost got blown up in the jungle, but I told them go kill me now.
Those videos,
Then I smoked a cigar, and jumped on the airplane. Yeah,
watching all these '80s movies, the amount of like cigarette smoking and such. So yeah, and Predator, you had the cigars, and then Alien, you had the dude like hand rolling like tobacco cigarettes.
I love it. Space truckers.
Speaking of space truckers, so the movie they're filming in The Fall Guy is a space cowboy movie, and it actually kind of looks awesome. So this has like everything. So we're like, well, it doesn't have sci-fi. It kind of does, and it has a western because they're space cowboys.
And it has romance. Oh my god!
It has it all. I forgot I'd even gotten the tickets for this. Like that's how little I cared about it. But I don't know,
dude.
I liked it.
That's the thing about Ryan Gosling. Name me one movie that is ideologically charged that he was in. This man wants to entertain everybody. This guy cares about being a movie star.
And he doesn't say dumb shit in public, which is the most important part.
No.
Thank God, dear God in heaven, because I'm trying to ignore everything Alan Richson says. It's making it difficult. But thankfully, he has learned that lesson. Just do a good performance. Don't say anything about your personal life. He didn't turn Barbie into a whole fucking message. He just did. He was just kid enough.
And he did. He sung at the Oscars and schmoozed Margot Robbie. Like actually did like
humor, which most of these fucks
No,
don't have.
he really like. I love all the movies he's in. I might not watch all of them, but
Drive. Do I add Drive to the list?
Drive is good.
Everyone seems to like Drive.
That's good.
Yes.
But
I also
there's a
had
bunch of other shit you have to watch ahead of that.
Hey,
I was going to say that's not one of the ones that's required reading. That's when you get time.
Okay, questions. I added The Goonies, The Thing, and The Crow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, The Thing is great too.
The Crow.
I'm trying to watch the John Carpenter or whatever movies. I'm doing my best.
John Carpenter. Yeah,
they're good.
I
The
put
Crow-
Drive on the lower end of the list.
I would put They Live way above any of the other John
They
Carpenter
Live,
movies
yes.
because it's so
Already seen.
topical.
Over The
It's
Thing.
amazing.
Okay, Drive's not.
The Thing first, and then They Live. Just do like a double feature.
Oh damn! Look who's in the chat.
I have seen They Live. I try to watch the sci-fi like dystopia stuff.
I think The Thing is probably one of his best movies
because they remind you of
I
reality.
think it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. No, like They Live, you're like, holy shit. Like I wonder sometimes if I can find those sunglasses. Like, by the way, the fight scene with Roddy Piper and Keith David, best fight scene of all time.
Oh, 15 minutes of it. Yes.
Yeah. It was the cripple fight in South Park. It was so good. Cripple fight. He goes into the church. Cripple fight, and they just stop for like 3 seconds and run out. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, hey, before I forget, I do have my favorite Predator quote. Isn't even a quote. It's actually a subtitle. So when Carl Weathers loses his arm and it gets shot off, it keeps shooting for whatever reason.
And the nerves.
And the subtitle is "Gun continues firing." That is actually my favorite. In parentheses. That's my favorite.
Dude, there's so many good. There's so many good like lines from the movie. My favorite is
9 to 9.5.
I was gonna say when Carl Weathers sleeps on the side of the hill and Bill Duke, the guy that with the dry shaves in a jungle, it blows my mind. He's like, he goes up to him and he's like, "You ghosting us, motherfucker!" Like that was the hardest line in the movie.
You know how many times I've like been playing a video game and shit's been going crazy, and I'm like doing the I'm gonna have me some fun. I'm gonna have me some fun.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. It's perfect. Like on set, the guy that plays Billy had a bodyguard, and it was to protect everyone else from him.
Yeah, and he was a great character in the movie. He's like, I don't have a good feeling about it.
I love that. Like, okay, so I do unironically like the Predators movie for reasons. Part of that is the samurai, the yakuza that stops and just fights him with the sword.
I
like that Billy at least tried.
That movie's not bad,
dude.
Oh, no,
Topher Grace's character in that movie is amazing.
Killer?
Yes,
dude.
People shitting on
because you're like, why is this guy here? It's a guy from that '70s show.
Voice. Yeah, no, he's good in it.
He's great in it. Yes,
yeah,
he's great. He.
It's like what it is.
It's like Terminator 3 when they find out. Spoiler alert for a 21-year-old movie. That they can't. He hasn't seen.
I only have to watch till 2. I don't have to watch 3.
No, just watch the ending on YouTube. But the ending of Terminator 3. The ending of Terminator 3, if the rest of the movie wasn't shit, like the fact where they run into the bounty house and it makes a boinga 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 sound, I'm like, fuck everybody.
No, yeah, the humor.
I hated it.
Nick Stahl's not good as John Connor, but other than that, Christina Loken's hot, and the ending is pretty damn good, I think.
And I'm an ass man, and I love that part. That was great.
I just wanted a trilogy with the future war. It's really all I wanted.
But the way it ended is the way it should have always ended. It was just the rest of the movie was kind of
Yeah,
like the premise of it was great, but the execution was shite, you know.
As usual, as you will find, the premise of everything in the past 10 years has been great, but their execution is shite.
Yes. Sorry. Since you're on the critical drinker, I know we need to make sure that you're obviously you're an honorary Scotsman, so I need to make sure I treat you properly.
Oh yeah, no, I can do the Scottish, but I can't do his particular corner of Scottish for some reason.
So
do Puerto Rican.
I'll ask Hypnotic to do the Puerto Rican.
Ask Cody D to do Puerto Rican. He's been doing it ever since I met him. So
yeah.
This is not true.
Bullshit. Look at him. Look at that goatee. That man is Puerto Rican. I dare
Badger
anybody
pretends
to say
to be.
this.
Badger pretends to be for all the DEI.
Yeah.
So
How do you think
So,
he got where he is today?
so when I was in the Orlando
Puerto Rican
meetup
conspiracy.
from afar, obviously when I had my sunglasses on, I was mistaken for the critical drinker a few times.
I see it from afar.
And I got to talk to him. I took a picture with him, but he was so drunk, he didn't send me the picture. Like he took a picture with me and kept it. And I'm like, send me the damn picture, you freaking Scottish, But he's just like, it's okay. You're young, you'll be okay. And I'm like 3 years older than the critical drinker. And I told him that. And I think he reflected on his life choices at that point. He's like, oh shit.
But it doesn't matter.
But yeah, when we were,
it's the ultimate meritocracy is how we feel about everyone. It's like, no. I don't care about your age or man, it's the person.
But he's a big dude. I'm 6'1". That guy,
I've heard he's super
that guy
tall.
makes me look like he's like broad. He's got shoulders and shit. Like, I don't know how you get that.
7'2".
What?
I'm actually 7'2". Sorry, I didn't know it'd be such a big deal. Continue.
We weren't comparing
didn't know
IQ.
that?
We weren't comparing IQ points, Erwin. But carry on. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm easily over 100 IQ. Thank you. Easily.
Yes, you are.
I'm kind of retarded.
I'm kind of retarded. Thank you for posting on my site, Erwin. I really appreciate it. You kept all the frogs from turning gay.
I actually turned them trans. It was the glyphosate in the water.
I put straight chemicals in the water to counteract it.
Nice.
They literally tell us about it in Jurassic Park. It's how they completed the dinosaur DNA. They use frogs that have been known to switch genders. They just use that chemical.
Life finds a way.
Trans finds a way.
Yes. Yeah, it's about trans dinosaurs. I mean, shit.
The ultimate representation. I'm sorry, this dinosaur's the melanation level is too light. It's a white adjacent dinosaur. It's white coated. We're going to need to get this to be a little more ethnic. Thank you.
Did you say ultimate? Did you say ultimate
Godzilla.
representation, Badger?
Yeah.
Did I hear that?
The Pander Stone of ultimate representation.
We're about to bust the internet wide open. I got a Danky exclusive.
Giggity.
You want to see ultimate representation? I got ultimate representation for you. Let's go.
Jessica's ready.
Jessica's all about it.
Oh God.
Yes. That's it.
Please be patient. I have polio.
Dude, that was so quick. What?
Disavow.
Look at the helmet.
That's what got me.
Dude, I'm telling you, I know you were on the stream yesterday, Angry Badger. If you're in the chat and you have not seen Danky stream, this man is incredibly talented. How fast he gets through his drawings and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He
doesn't know what he's doing either.
No, he saw Animation Vault. He's like, I can do that. And no offense to Animation Vault, but in the game, Danky's eating everybody's lunch. Like, he just gets intros on everything. Like, if he drew a D-gay cobra and he sent it to Krista on the stream, and they put it on there like 10 minutes afterwards. It's like, the man has sway and clout the way of, and he's just like, whatever. But I'm like, dude,
it's the brutal way he does it too. Like the slight exaggeration. It's like you would never go to a street artist and ask for your picture because you know they're going to draw every flaw that you have for yourself like a billion times over. So he does that perfectly, but god damn, is it perfect? Like it was the things in the background, like the first one where it was like the stuff on his calendar from one of the earlier ones on Beardo's calendar. Like, oh my god, attention to detail is the funniest shit.
But he does such a good job at it, and he knocks it. He just is like, whatever. And he does it on like an iPad from like the Obama administration. Like, if you've seen his iPad, it's got like the home button and all that shit. They haven't had that since like 2019. And he's like, you know.
When I watched, he didn't know how to do something. He had to look up a YouTube tutorial on how to animate something.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, this is what I tell you guys. Get up off your butt. Magic happens. I didn't go to school to learn how to edit or anything. I just started doing it. Yeah, there you go.
Things.
You don't know how to do something? Look it up.
Drop shadow. There you go. You taught me things.
I am Speed Danky in the chat. He's here. He's lurking.
If you say his name 3 times, he appears.
I did that
to take off.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Malty needs to leave.
Oh, what is it?
Is the you, sir?
Yes.
Great. Get him out of here.
Are they renovating your bathroom in your wonderful new house that you live in?
I've got to tune the keys on the piano.
The struggle is real.
I have my servant do it for me.
I'm just fucking around.
I told you not to call me that.
I call you
Badger and Erwin, it's great to see y'all again. Everyone take care. I will see y'all soon. Video
tomorrow. Peace out. Have a good night.
Bye, Multi.
Bye-bye. I don't know how he does it. He does it so cool. I look like an idiot when I do it.
I know. I don't. He's like.
It's like the Korean thing for love or thank you. Yeah.
Well, it's the little heart, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's Yo Pop's time night. Yeah.
I just watched this one dude that shows up in shorts. He always does this shit. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Am I the only person that really enjoys YouTube Shorts? I go down a rabbit hole like crazy.
Shorts, and so I watch the YouTube Shorts, which are essentially most of the time just re-uploaded.
But yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like
sometimes
I'm no
I think
longer
there's a real good video. Yeah. Who? You are definitely the gayest, but why?
No, not after that. Not if you guys admitted to watching shorts. You guys watch TikTok too?
Stop
it. That's what I'm saying.
I watch shorts sometimes.
You know what's ironic? You know what the shorts I watch are? I'm a huge I play basketball. I'm actually like Stuttering Craig. I give him a run for his money. I'm calling you out, Stuttering. I want to play a game of horse, and you owe my you got to drop a massive super chat when we get monetized. I'm calling you out. But anyways, I loved the 80s and 90s version of basketball. It just was amazing. So I go down that. Yes. Yeah. You remember when they had the under the basket camera in the NBA about 15 years ago? So they had a bunch of where it would look up the shorts of the basketball players. I shit you not. I'll look it up. Yes. Let's see. We might get demonetized.
Go look up. I can't wait to see your search for this one. Up underwear shot of men's basketball shorts.
Yeah. Don't put leak in it. We learned that one last week.
Yeah. Yes. What search engine do you usually use there, Badger?
DuckDuckGo. So whatever their search engine is.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were old.
We used Brave Search, and we were on a stream. Luckily, I did it behind the scenes. If you go on search.brave.com, look up Red Hulk leak and get back to me. Make sure you're in private. And I had safe. I had safe search on. I had safe. No. Don't. I want to see I want to see the reaction. I'm going to put you on solo. Go to search.brave.com.
I tried it again. I think that it doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, doesn't? Gosh darn it.
There's a lady on the panel. Thank you. And Naganol.
Yeah.
This is a family stream.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it is more. Yes. Nothing like with gay in the title. Well, yeah. I mean, if we're considering like Disney family stream, then yeah, of course we're family. We have gay in our title. We're diverse. So it's not there anymore. Well, let's just say this: it wasn't Red. It wasn't a Hulk, and it wasn't there was something leaking, but it wasn't the Red Hulk.
Yeah, that probably still would have been better than whatever stand-in actual Red Hulk leak we got that looks like the Mark Ruffalo Hulk turned red and then like a weird mouth prosthetic put over it. They're using for the CGI. Yeah, I'm sure that's not the final version, but does anyone care about that movie that's been filming for like 5 months?
I care about it because I want it to be a mortal wound in the femoral artery of Disney and Marvel. I want it to drown them from ever. Like, I want it to keep going. I want them to keep having problems. That's what I care.
Oh, well, you ain't got to worry about that, brother. You and Gary, you're going to get your rampancy wishes. We keep hearing about, just did a video today, female X-Men will be female-focused X-Men. I know the MCU has been so popular that you can't wait to take all the women that we love in X-Men and make them all fucking insufferable. That will be great. They're going to take great characters. And really, I'm impressed at this point. The levels they go to make lovely characters absolute dog shit.
But didn't they say Silver Surfer is going to be a female?
Yeah, Julia Garner is going to play the female Silver Surfer. Swap. Norrin Rand will be staying at home while she takes.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all.
She's staying in the trailer park.
Sure. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Well, I mean, yeah, it does,
but it makes no fucking sense. Right? Yeah,
dude. But
they won't change.
I want Deadpool and Wolverine to be freaking amazing, and then everything go to absolute hell right after.
So it's going to make
New World Order.
I know people are saying 8 to 9. I think it'll make $1 billion if it is like half of its potential. That being said,
you really think so?
No Way Home. Yep, it's the No Way Home thing.
When is it getting released?
A couple of months. I'm going to say like 2 months.
June.
Oh no, that's right. It's July. It's July 26th.
Yeah, July.
It's close.
July 26th. But
people want to see Hugh and Ryan together. They want to see him wear the fucking yellow spandex costume. They want to see all the saying goodbye to the Fox X-Men. But that's it. People aren't thinking that this is, oh boy, in a bright new future. Nah, this is people saying goodbye. It's a needle in a haystack,
man. That's all it is.
Yes. Yeah, this is just because it's Ryan and the director Sean Levy, who's worked with both of them. All three of them might have just enough clout. Yes, they'll have to pay the DEI tax as they all do, which is I think what the main villain is, Charles Xavier's sister, that's going to woman boss all throughout the movie. But other than that, I think it will be enough, and it'll make at least 8 to 9, probably $1 billion if they really do some of those cameos, like when Drinker and Gary came back from Comic-Con, and we're talking about like, oh no, they heard from a lot of people that there are substantial cameos that aren't like throwaway ones, like Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, I think it'll make money, but it's not going to save anything.
No, it's not. It's
no, because it's encapsulated itself in the Fox side of things. They make fun of Disney, but it feels like from a branding aspect, because that's what I do. Like that's the reason you brand certain things a certain way. Like, you know, you have like certain segments of what you sell. It doesn't feel, it doesn't look, and it doesn't seem like a Disney movie. It might say Disney, but nobody looking at that is thinking it's Disney. No normie looks at it and thinks that it's Disney.
Right.
It's not written by Disney at all. None of the MCU writers are writing this movie.
What's the point?
Might have a chance in hell.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So. I love how they had the 20th Century Fox logo like buried in the ground, in the teaser. That was really good. But the one when Wolverine says like, "Let's fucking go," I was just like,
yeah.
But my favorite part, because I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd who loves X-Men. I love the arcade game. I love the cartoon. I even love the original cartoon where instead of blue, everybody had like a maroon color in it. It was like a test run. You remember the original cartoon from the late 80s? It was done by you need to watch it. It was done by Toei. It was amazing. It was so good, but it just couldn't get off the ground. It's part of, I think it was. But they just couldn't get enough eyes on it, but it was amazing. I remember watching all the cartoons. I don't know how, I didn't realize how like fly by night it was, because I was able to watch it when it came out, but it was amazing. And it's the only reason
watching like Iron Man and Hulk in the same universe as X-Men, and like it was and they did like a Secret Wars crossover where they all were together. Yeah,
dude, the old Iron Man is really not good. It's really
still,
but I'm saying like the drawing of it, because we weren't to the era of like, you know, where we could kind of understand how that might look cooler. Yeah. But you know, like the whole X-Men thing, like my favorite part to get to where I'm talking about is where his claws come out of the whatever you call it, like the little holsters on his glove. Metal. They come through the glove. I've been wanting to see that forever, because whenever he would do it, he would go like this, and he would like, you know, I hope he does that in a movie. I would just.
Yeah, well, and also a lot of times in the comics, it's like it's actually coming out of the top part, and in here they have it coming out of the front part. But yeah, I just want to see him in the goddamn outfit. I want to see all the jokes. I want to see all the things. Just let's wrap this up in a bow, so that emotionally I am done with them, and then it's just memeing. It's just memeing on them.
I hate to say it, I have hope for this movie. It looks good.
I have hope. Yeah, no. I have hope that Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds will make a good. Like that's where my hope is on the fact that they have just enough clout to still hold off on shit. But we'll see. I know we're all Hawkeye. We're all Jeremy Renner. Like don't give me hope. But
I know, right?
We can't. We got to have some hope. Like we got to be white-pilled a little bit. I just have to, like you said, we got to be sparing with it. And I'll spare a little bit for this.
I'd say the last thing.
I don't want Disney to win. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, see, that's where I have to. This is my first argument with Leon from Hypnotic. Was like, well, at a certain point, you sort of have to be a hypocrite. Yeah, fuck them. They can't have our money, but I want to see Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. So you're going to get my money on that one. But then right back to fuck you. You're not getting my money because this is a goodbye. This is it really is. So or just sneak in. Fuck it. Do the thing. Or do
buy a Fall Guy ticket, go to see or whatever. Yeah.
However you want to square it with
Pull the Gary.
Yeah.
Pull the Gary. Yeah. No, I loved Logan.
What were you gonna say?
I love that movie so much. Huh?
The last movie that was kind of like this was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I really enjoyed the first two. I enjoyed the first two Deadpools. I couldn't bring myself to go around I still haven't seen Guardians 3, but this is getting me off my butt in the theater.
I still haven't seen Guardians 3, even though I've heard it's good. It's the only one that
Guardians 3 is not bad. You guys should check it out when you have time.
Yeah, exactly.
For free.
But
It just
but
had
it didn't
hurt feelings.
Yeah, it didn't get me in there. But this, I mean, that last trailer, it's getting my butt in a seat.
Yeah,
So-
pattern recognition is a real issue. That's why it took me like several times of watching Fallout to suss out my feelings, because we're so trained to like so it's like I really have to take it for what its face value. Don't assume the negative on every single comment. Take it in the frame that it was made. Like a lot of the stuff in X-Men 97, when you realize it's written in 2024 by a gay black man, can come off super like, oh, but when you reframe it as like, no. X-Men, it's specific, he's talking about this group and this, it's a lot better, but it takes time. You got to take your brain to be like don't take everything in the worst possible way.
Yeah, it like I said, it's hard, like because I was in the belly of the beast and I have no tolerance for it. And
Well, you know the saying, just be careful not to become a monster while fighting monster, like
oh yeah, if you look long enough into the abyss, it starts staring back. And, I am trying to do that, but
quote, yeah, that's a good one.
Nietzsche.
Yes.
He's fighting Owlman.
Oh, by the way, okay. Seriously, speaking of Abyss, one of the most underrated movies of all time. Have you seen it, Erwin?
It just got a 4K Blu-ray release.
The Abyss. I guess.
I heard it's not that good though.
What, the transfer?
What?
The transfer gets rid of the film grain, and I'm with. I don't know how everybody out in the chat feels about Tom Connors Jr. from Midnight's Edge, but when he talks about the specific technicalities of like transfers and stuff, he knows what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I'm that way. You need film grain. You need a little bit of dirt on there.
I don't know if you watched Terminator 2 on 4K disc, but it's absolutely terrible.
There's a reason why it's a filter on most video games. Film grain.
Terminator 2 on disc.
I hate the film grain video games. It's so annoying.
Some of them I like, some of them I hate. Like for
but like the original,
like Silent Hill or something, maybe.
Yeah. Not that bad. Like a slight film grain, just a little.
I always turn that off. I can't stand it. It's like why would I pay for a game to look like shit?
Well,
I can understand that. Well, then you have the Akira Kurosawa version of Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
I am so excited about getting the PC version because I'm an Akira Kurosawa fan. I love.
Have you played that game?
No, I've been waiting for PC.
Oh, that game is
so I borrowed my friend's PS4 to play that.
Good.
Like I wanted to play the original Spider-Man, and then he gave me that one as well. That game is a 10 out of 10.
It is 10 out of 10.
It's legit the only game I think PlayStation could really be like, oh fuck, that is something that everyone should play. You're lucky that. Glad it's not an exclusive. Timed exclusives. It's what I was hoping with Stellar Blade, if we can save that one, is that it comes out on PC and I can play that. But
yeah, how are you going to play the uncensored version on PC?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So we got to see how that works out. But
not gonna
happen. Well. Does anybody have the link to the current change.org? I think I might have. I want to see where it's at.
65,000. So I'm hoping it looks like it's slowing down a little. So we just got to keep getting the word out.
I finally did mine yesterday. Oh, I'm sneaking back. We're bringing this back up. Film grain. So I've been watching a lot of these 80s movies that aren't on the streaming. I've been having to rent them from Amazon, which have been in Ultra HD. So some of these, oh boy, they look so freaking good. Some of them are a little off, and some of them, the film grain, they didn't quite get right. But I can testify, having watched some of this on a big like 50-inch 4K. Yeah, film grain does matter.
Some of those movies, they weren't planning on having 4K remasters, and when you see the resolution, well, if you're watching James Bond and You Only Die Twice, when they go to the bath, let's just say you see all of Sean Connery. And in From Russia with Love, the Russian spy, you see all of her. You see all of her too. Like those are rated PG. They would be rated R right now based on what you see in 4K.
I've been dead for 3 years, but look at my dick, Alex Trebek.
Shout out, still the best. Still the best James Bond.
Dude, he was great. And never say never say never again.
Highlander. Too. I love him.
Oh, dude,
question. Best Sean Connery, 007.
Sometimes you have to slap a woman.
Is there one worth going on the list?
You have to give her a little slap. Yeah, Highlander should be on there if you fucking haven't had it on there.
Highlander, if only for the soundtrack. Okay. Seriously, who?
James Bond here.
The best actor in that movie, Clancy Brown.
Yeah.
Clancy Brown, by far. Clancy Brown.
Better to burn out than to fade away.
Erwin, I would start at Goldfinger.
I'm sorry, movie. You wasted your James Bond vote on Highlander. I'm sorry, ABF. No, I wish I could do something about it.
You're starting with James Bond. You better start with Dr. No.
Oh, God. No, all right, I found a pen. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, ABF, tell me, what James Bond am I watching first?
Goldfinger.
You You're gonna make him skip to the third one.
What was it, Dr. No?
For Pussy Galore?
Technically, the first James Bond movie was a comedy, and I've seen it. I didn't like it.
Oh, Casino Royale. Come on, the original one.
We mean the first Sean Connery one.
Like the first movie.
I've seen a bunch of the newer ones.
Dr. No from Russia with Love, Goldfinger.
They're all honestly good, but
different
versions.
versions.
It doesn't matter if you jump in the James Bond stuff.
Yeah, he's good.
Is Dr. No Dr. Evil? Is he the cat guy?
No, that's
he runs. He runs.
Which one's that?
No, Dr. No is somebody cosplaying as a Japanese man.
Oh, okay. That's me. Like when I identify as Asian. Yes.
He's half.
Yes. No, but it's like offensive how bad it is. I mean, not really. It's kind of funny.
I liked all the James Bond movies growing up. I even liked the Roger Moore ones. I know everyone has a lot of hate.
I can't watch them.
No, dude, Moonraker, and the one set in Louisiana. Malty.
Yeah.
Hey.
But the one thing I want to bring up though, Erwin, is that the fun thing about all these movies that you're watching, it takes you back.
That I tricked you into paying me to watch them. Yes, but besides that.
Besides that, it takes you back to a time when there was no such thing as CGI. It was all practical effects. So when they flipped a car upside down, that was real.
They really killed that stuntman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Horses. I feel like I've seen some horses probably die.
Don't ask how they filmed Milo and Otis.
Don't worry. They had
oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jess.
Yeah,
there was like 12 Milos.
I love that movie. I refuse to believe it.
It's pretty bad.
Just to film a fucking waterfall scene.
But the outlier is Terminator 2, and also the Abyss.
About Milo and Otis.
A lot of people don't really realize, but the Abyss, the water, alien thing, it was basically like a precursor to the T-1000. So
yeah, in 1988, it was amazing, and it still holds up. It looks amazing. Yeah. Like they really took their time.
CGI for a lot longer than you think. That's how we did the road landings.
I will say, probably my favorite thing about the 80s movies, practical, the explosions. Predator, that first scene when they're going into the village, explosion. Oh, the fake explosions just aren't the same.
No, at the end when he blows up the shit and then screams, does the trying to get the Predator. That's like the best one. The Arnold scream.
Dude, how creepy is the Billy Bear laugh when he's like when Predator is killing himself? He goes Dude, Billy Bear, that guy was messed up. That guy was a problem in real life.
He sounded fun. People just couldn't handle how fun he was.
Oh yeah, dude. I loved him in 48 Hours, which by the way, you want to add a movie to your list, watch 48 Hours. That's one of the best movies.
What if I could? Sorry, Alec Baldwin's fingers making me watch The Abyss. Sorry. And Dr. No.
Holds up. Yeah. Well, he said Goldfinger, to be fair. I'm the one that said Dr. No. He can override me. He pays me more.
I would have kept Dr. No as a substitute also.
All right, I'm crossing.
Hey, once you watch one Sean Connery, you'll watch the rest of them.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're going from practical effects to somebody just type some shit in on an AI prompt, and check out Hayden Wayne has been gracious enough to share this video with us in our general GCA chat. Hail to the GCA. Our Discord rocks. This is, I saw a little bit in the background. This is freaking amazing.
Whip it out.
Hey, settle down. Hey, you got to buy me dinner first, man. Chill.
Danky said that it's not AI and that it's actually just editing.
Blue balls in chat.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Somebody in their home did this. It however you parse it is amazing.
Making magic isn't for amateurs, I'll have you know. George Lucas told me that.
Says the person that was an amateur.
Well, the irony, I know.
Yes. Faster, more intense. Shut the fuck up, George.
Great.
Yeah, and that's a shitty... Yeah, okay. So here we go. Muted, obviously. Well, yeah, muted.
Hey, Badger, when are you going to put your superhero costume on?
What?
He's got 3 of them. Can we get a poll in chat?
Might already be wearing one under his...
That actually looks pretty sick.
It looks sick.
Oh man, I like that too. How they're showing the example.
Everybody keep talking. I don't want to get hit.
And you know what? It might be an edit where in the final we do see him. You know how the trailers aren't always exactly the same?
I really hope
that's true.
Because didn't they have the mask in the end of the Wolverine, the Japanese, when he was in Japan?
They showed it. I think that was a deleted scene, but yeah, where he gets it before he goes to the plane.
That movie.
That is really amazing. I love the. What is
Yeah.
the Wolverine?
Yeah,
And
the
in
one
the-
in Japan.
Dude,
I think it's
Is it called the Wolverine?
It's called
the Wolverine. Yeah.
Question.
By the way,
So
we are
Wolverine.
Oh, go ahead.
Any of the trashy Wolverine movies? I would like to watch one of the trashy Wolverine movies. Which one is the
Origins.
most acceptable?
Origins.
Yeah.
Origins is so
Okay, yeah.
trashy.
So bad.
with the
That
motorcycle
trashes on
and
Deadpool
the
big time though.
helicopter.
No, his claws.
Yeah.
The CGI claws look like
Front of the
somebody
mirror.
in 2009
Oh, yeah.
actually did it on their 2009 budget
was pretty
computer
bad.
from Walmart. Yeah. It looks like they did it on a netbook. It was really
Deadpool's
bad.
like
And what they did in
Deadpool's a
Deadpool in that
completely
movie is
different
just an
character.
absolute travesty.
Well, I
Funny
will
though,
say,
in what is it, the first Deadpool where he has the action figure? Of,
Oh, I bet you we see
Deadpool from
that version
Origins.
get killed by
Oh, that would be great.
this version. Like, yeah, I bet we do.
Dude, that was okay. You might not like all of
That's all.
I haven't seen Logan. Everyone seems to
Oh,
like that
man.
one.
Logan is
Come on.
sick,
Logan
Logan's
was one of
good.
the greatest rated R.
You just
I know.
killed Badger.
Angry Badger just
Hey,
died.
Badger, a heart attack on screen.
So watch
Call
Origins
199.
first.
Everybody in the chat say live Badger, live. This man is dying. Dying.
That's
How you ain't seen that?
That's why he's my.
How you
co-host.
ain't seen that? That's the correct way to
You
put
ain't
it.
seen it.
It's
It's irresponsible.
I haven't seen it, so I hired someone for free to do it to know this stuff for me. Thank you, Badger.
Hired someone for free. You know the best part
Oh, no.
about
No, I
Sounds like a
tricked
bad
him.
deal to me.
Logan.
He pays me. He gives me super chats too. I also tricked him into working for
I
me
do
for
super, I
free.
super chat.
I've got this figured out, guys.
Go watch right now.
No,
I'm
the best
working on
part
it.
about Logan is how pissed off Professor X is.
Yes.
It's so funny. You're just gonna.
Oh yeah,
laugh
when
at
he's
it.
like, "Did you take your pill?" and he's like, like he goes like that. But he's so good in that movie. He like that movie is
I want to rewatch it myself.
the brain seizure, the brain seizure one where they're in like Vegas, wherever they're at. That is top tier, man. That was so good.
And confirm that it's not that Wolverine that we're seeing in Deadpool. Like that Wolverine will be left to his ending.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they say it in the trailer. It's like, well, you didn't win in your world, and
Yeah.
you know.
And no, I'm here for it. Like I said, I
Yeah.
hope they do. The
Yeah.
only slight red flag I have, like I said, is the Charles Xavier's sister, girl boss. Like she could be really cool or she could be insufferable. Don't really if I'm trusting him enough to
Insufferable?
make the movie decent, then maybe I'm trusting him enough to make her not insufferable.
I liked what I saw in the trailer where she's just like toying around with Wolverine. I kind of like that because that's a comic vibe. She
It
didn't
is.
she
That's
didn't
a
girl boss him.
2024 pattern recognition. Well, that's totally something from the comics. Is no different than you've seen like Magneto or someone else do. But when it's done, like, oh look, a woman who's smug and like this humbling a man. It just I get the vibes and
A vibe, but it doesn't seem too forced, and it's the hope. The hope.
I'm hitting the override button on it.
Hope is the heroine of the masses. Like we just want it to be good, and we're just like, okay, we'll forgive that.
Yeah,
you know. But I'm really hoping it's good. And Hugh Jackman I watched True Steel. That movie sucked, but I loved it.
Real Steel.
Real Steel.
Real Steel. Sorry, that's how much I.
What are you talking about? I love that when he gets
I
up
love
in
that
the
movie.
shadow.
When I was a kid,
We're getting a
No, that
sequel
movie
eventually.
wasn't very good, but I liked it.
It wasn't good.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
It reminded me of a much newer version of Mark Harmon's Robo Wars. You remember Robo Wars?
Battle Bots or whatever movie they essentially.
Remember Robo Wars with the guy from NCIS? That shitty mech movie? That was really bad. I loved it because
Oh,
they
I
had
do
mechs in
remember
it.
that one. Yeah.
That was so bad. Yeah, it was a young Mark Harmon. All right, before he actually gave up and did NCIS and gave a
Isn't that the one where like the world governments started settling their problems with big fucking robots?
Yes,
I have
but
seen
we
it.
barely saw the robots.
J-Lo pilot them and become friends with the AI.
J-Lo.
I'll allow it. J-Lo looks great.
I don't know if we're under review because of Irwin's hat, but I feel like we are because he's bringing up J-Lo, mocking her with a
He's
sombrero.
attacking Hoodie D with his cultural appropriation right now.
We're under review. Are the scouts here? They're gonna hire us for the big leagues.
Listen, we will not stand for this. Okay.
Hey, show us your
Now it's
avatar.
Latino.
I want to give some lore to the GCA because this is great. So, so his avatar, Hoodie D is actually Italian. I haven't verified it yet. He hasn't sent me his 23andMe, which for him is like 24andMe, but I digress.
Don't do it. That's how they get your DNA.
But yeah, you get a DNA, turn you into a gay frog.
They put you on the global list, and they suss out. They say medical information based on the diseases you're predisposed to having. That's actually true.
It's true. It's pretty creepy, actually. Like you can
So
take your genetic.
23andMe, medical industries get your medical information and then give you targeted ads based on the diseases they see you are predisposed.
Do you
to
know
have.
that you can also like drop like a few extra dollars? Not much. It's like $20. You can say, "Am I susceptible to like getting cancer or something?" Like you can actually have somebody go sift through your information.
Want to be?
I don't want to know.
$49.99.
For an extra $49.99, find out if you'll have a tumor after you retire from your job.
Yeah, wait till CRISPR starts being a regular thing.
I don't. No spoilers. No spoilers. I sure as hell don't want to pay for it. But anyways, so Hoodie D's avatar. I do AI. I do some AI art because I'm just interested in it. So Hoodie D says he's Italian, but everybody knows he's Mexican. So I put in the prompt. I said, I heard you. It's true. We put in the prompt an Italian pretending to be a Mexican pretending to be Italian, and that was the first thing that came up. And it's amazing. I want that hat so much. That hat is so fire.
You know what's funny? That's where the Caesar salad comes from. It's an Italian that moved to Mexico named Caesar, and he made the Caesar salad.
But if you notice, he's a Mexican, but he's also standing on the coast of Rome. So
that was Baja.
He looks like the bad guy from Tombstone.
Well.
Yes, I've seen Tombstone.
Bye. Oh,
yeah,
wow. Okay, well.
Who made you watch Tombstone?
Why do you think I bought this hat?
This guy.
Wait, Rome is not on the coast. But it's okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Rome is not on the coast, but that's okay.
I went to a public school, all right? I went to a public school.
In the Midwest too, right?
Yes, a public school in the Midwest. The fact that I know where any countries are, you should be happy. But so what you seem very, very. I mean, Erwin hasn't seen any movies, and I wish he would.
Some.
But you've seen some, and honestly, we were talking about it like literally 5 minutes before you got on the stream. We wish we could have your childlike innocence and watch all these movies we loved in the 80s again.
I'm doing you all a favor. So one of you guys said, "Oh, I'm going to watch Logan again." That's what I'm here to do for you guys.
I'm living vicariously through
Saturday.
Like seriously, like there's not one person.
Give me money.
There's not one person.
I know you guys are all super triggered by it. You know how to get rid of that triggering? Give me money and I'll watch them.
He's learned the grifting from Jeremy very strongly. I was like talking to him while he was finishing Predator. I'm literally, it's like, this is why people enjoy taking their kids to Disneyland, or back in the day, or doing all the things they used to like taking your kids with. It's like, Erwin's like my kid. Look at all the movies you should have watched. Now you're watching. I love it.
No, it's great. And I would love to watch it because
the jokes and the references and shit that not just from a YouTube clip. He actually has seen them. Get to the chopper.
Get to the
now
chopper.
You understand. They really needed to get to the chopper.
They were too good to that little Asian woman. They should have just. Oh, that's all I'm saying. She was.
Well, she was
woman.
She had information.
No, she's like Colombian. How dare you?
I was going to say, you find a lot of Asian women in the jungles of South America.
He's from Indiana. Yeah. He doesn't know what ethnicities look like.
Look,
they're all
here we go.
I don't. I just curse them and avoid them, and I don't.
So, guys, while we are on the topic of the old movies, do you guys remember the very first movie that you've seen in the movie theater?
Oh yeah, that's a great question. Here,
damn it, lady.
Okay, you just got the top woman slot, Jessica.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I can start because I actually was just thinking about that the other day, and I remember the first one that I've seen. I was 5 or 6, and my mom took me to see the Neverending Story. So.
Oh, what a good one to start out with. That one. So I'm sorry. Atreyu's horse died in the swamp. That was awful.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I was crying like a baby, of course.
I still get.
I can't watch it when I see.
I can't watch it. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. And it's been like 40 years almost. I can't watch that scene. It hurts me.
I have a movie, but I think I might have seen something else before it. But it's the only one I can remember, and it's 1991. So I'm sure I've probably seen a movie before that. But Hook.
Oh,
dude. Okay, when you go on IMDb. is it not annoying how bad of a rating that gets? Like, it gets a bad rating on Metacritic,
and it's just because they're older and they haven't had the normal ratings that they would if everyone, like, right now, go rate it. Like, it would be higher. Yeah, there's a lot of movies that would be higher. Hook is fucking goated as far as I'm concerned,
dude.
Like,
okay,
unironically, it is goated. Robin Williams, everything. Dustin Hoffman has an almost perfect performance as Hook.
Oh yeah,
and he makes fun of the fact that he's short. He's like, you were a lot taller when I was young. As like
to a 12-year-old, I'm huge.
Yes, and Dustin Hoffman is not tall.
Yeah,
and
no,
the fact
Bob
that
Hoskins, all of them.
But dude,
Smee, what about Smee? What about Smee? Smee's me. What about me? Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah, no, dude, the whole thing. Even the girl singing at the when she's like, "When you're alone," dude, like every
even Spielberg.
It was amazing. I was 10 when that movie came out, and I still think about it. So when we were at the Orlando meetup, right before I met all of these deplorable individuals, I love everybody, by the way.
Except me.
There was somebody dressed as Rufio, and I didn't know if it was like a One Piece thing.
Rufio.
So when we walked into the Orlando Convention Center, you started hearing Rufio. And it started building, and this Asian guy was like, yeah, like it was just like, dude, people love that movie even to this day, and it has been out for it's like 33 years at this point.
When Robin goes, I'm a lawyer. Kill the lawyer. I'm not that type of lawyer. Which as a kid, I didn't get that there was a difference between like trial and corporate lawyers. So, like, I argue he should still be probably unalived regardless of the type of lawyering. But yeah, no, great movie that still really holds up. His transition, speak of transition, at the end when he remembers and does that fly, it's Pan. Goated childhood movie unlocked that I watch as an adult, I still get all those feels. And
I need to watch that again.
Because then you could look at it again as a parent. You know, there will always be daggers thrown at the doors of your children's children.
Oh, dude, that one pissed me off so much. I'm like, kill him all.
What do you want, old man? Just you. It still holds up. Watch. Erwin, go watch it tonight. I'll override you.
He hasn't seen it. Of course,
it's so good.
I'm gonna throw $20 at you and rolls a quarter.
I barely remember it though, but Hook's like costume and some Robin Williams. Is that the one we're talking to?
Yeah, I remember asking my dad to take me back. Like it was as a kid going.
It was so good. And Phil Collins was a cop, by the way.
Yes, he was.
He's an investigator.
Maggie Smith, who then went on to do obviously Harry Potter as McGonagall. I thought she was 100 years old forever because of that movie.
I know. She looked like she was old as shit. She was like our age at that point.
She was in Othello.
Yeah, no, she's British.
And I realized she was probably like in her late 40s or early 50s.
Yeah, she looked old as
really
shit.
Good makeup. Yeah.
But she was amazing, and everything that she was in after that, look. I'm not this kind of person that would watch Downton Abbey, but she was amazing in that.
Downton Abbey is great. It's a beautiful show. I cried my eyes out.
Well, hot chick was watching with me. I'm like, all right, we can watch Downton Abbey. I'd probably be like, ready to watch Downton Abbey? Like, probably get addicted to it and shit.
No, but, it's because there's two people that were in there that I loved. It was Maggie Smith, and it was what's her face's name from it was Shaun of the Dead's mom. You ever seen Shaun of the Dead? The woman that played her mom.
I don't remember the mom.
I can't think of her name, but she was in there too, and they would play against each other. Like Shaun of the Dead's mom was a little more bourgeois, so she understood like what was going on in the real world. And Maggie Smith would be like, "What's a weekend?" You know. So, but they were both.
Also in Doctor Who. That's how I know her.
Yes, she was the president. Doesn't she look old? Yes. That was it.
A franchise I never had the pleasure of getting into before it was destroyed.
You know what?
Yeah, same.
Good for you. My son is named after the Last Centurion. I'll let all the people in chat. If you get, I'm not going to pull it up on stream. The Last Centurion. If you're in chat and you know the reference, that's the name of my son. And if you know it, put it up there. I want to know. I want to know where the Doctor Who fans are.
Watching Gary and Az and Nerdrotic Az and everyone lose their shit. Trying to think of who else I've seen. Disbrew. Like literally lose their brains. I'm very happy.
Norman Kwan, obviously the Brit got it right, but that's literally what we named our son after. We were trying to find an Irish name, and that was the only one we could figure out that we could pronounce because they're all really hard.
But an Asian would struggle with that one, that's for sure.
Yes,
I did it. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, ready. Yeah, no,
we got 1 minute left. We got to finish our Downton Abbey conversation. We don't have much time. Mo, tell us how much more you love Downton Abbey.
I love Downton Abbey. It's a wonderful show.
It's honestly based. It's really good.
So good.
It's
finish us off, Jessica.
Whoa, damn.
Well,
this is like a make Britain great again situation. The good old days.
Well, I really liked it because it had like the first World War stuff, and I'm like obsessed with that time period. I find it very interesting.
Yeah, I like that time period where to teach proper posture to children, you'd put a steak knife in the back of the chair so they'd sit straight up. That was a good time. We need to bring that back. Bring steak knives back.
Bring them back.
But so Norman Conquest is doing the lore for me. I love him. I don't want to share it on stream, but do you guys have an out soon, or?
I mean, I don't. If he does, bye.
Oh, you do? So okay, well, I want to make sure because Erwin has been so nice and so like
so gracious. Yes, indeed.
He's been so nice. He's the best nerd. The best nerd.
He's a game journalist. Did you know that? You can't trust him.
Nerd.
Oh, well, I don't think I'm the only games journalist here. I believe there's another dirty games journalist on this panel. Isn't there, Jessica?
Oh,
Or is it another Jessica? Is there another Jessica games journalist?
Didn't you do an article about Bridge?
Yeah. What?
Games journalist. She knows how I feel. She doesn't even want to admit to it.
Now.
I don't consider myself a games journalist. I do other things aside from games.
Yeah,
sorry, I put her on solo so we don't get roped in if she gets in trouble. So it's just her.
Might bring you a little heat.
Well, I don't know about you, but I am definitely switching my gender. Which one have you decided on? Yes, me. I agree. Fair/fair.
Whatever.
Okay.
I don't know if I went they first or they second, but they definitely got to be in there.
There is a sexuality called asexual, but you would be like acinematic because you haven't seen any movies.
Godzilla also asexual. That sounds pretty badass.
Hey, Godzilla is fucking awesome.
Oh, Hoodie.
Okay.
You probably have a figure of this. Godzilla versus Power Rangers. Today, because of Badger being the terrible person he is, made me find Godzilla versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic book. It looks awesome. I'm getting it.
No, dude, it's a great
I knew. All right, I'm getting it. Yes, Hayden. I actually was. I was like, I have a bunch of emotes I can do. I definitely need some. What do people talk about the most in chat? There's going to be a bridge emote because that's probably the number one thing talked about in chat. Thanks to Hayden.
It should be a gay bridge, like a rainbow bridge or something.
Yeah, even better.
Yes, that's good. Yes.
Where is it at? All right. I'll find it in the mix. But wait, you guys are going to keep going? I was told 2 hours because sadly I have to go back into the editing mines. Or
are we 2 hours in? Oh, geez, I had no idea.
Or Hypnotic will whip me.
Hey, by the way, Nagranol, drop it in the chat. What is your guys pre-stream that you guys do for
the Nerd Days pre-FNT stream that we do? I'm
changing the title. It is now officially called pre-FNT.
FNT with Darwin and Beef.
Yeah, we're dropping Angry Badger links tonight.
Oh, yeah. Get to
let me delete this.
Oh, that's all there ever is. Nagranol won't stop posting them in my chat. I'm like, stop, post GCA. He's like, no, Angry Badger.
I didn't know.
But seriously, it's the perfect appetizer to get into FNT. Like, it's really fun.
It is a lot of fun.
We're all waiting anyway. Yeah.
We had 250 viewers last week.
Crazy.
Yeah.
No, but you guys are so like legitimately excited about like you guys fit like 2 hours of content into 1 hour, and it's like I love it. I didn't even know like it's such a good. It's the most wonderful grift. It's the best grift. I know all the best grifts.
I know grifts. I know a lot of grifts. This is the best one.
You guys just made me add like 6 movies to this fucking list. I didn't get a dime. My secretary will be billing you.
It's a lot of fun. Like Gary has always said, we all share the chat, and we are the chat. I literally am still in the chat. We're all the chat, and we all just get to hang out and talk shit. meme on all the things, support each other. And again, one of the most well put together. I know someone said like, "Oh, it's real bad when we're a picture of mental health." I think it was Geeks and Gamers in the morning, but it's like, well, yes, but also fuck them. Let's show really married, kids, good jobs, but still good senses of humor, morality, while still having fun. I love it. It's
super attractive.
Best group around. Yeah, very. I mean, look what we got going on here. I'm pointing to the girls, not the guys. You guys are all like it. All
right, everybody. It's time for memes. Let's put them up there. No, do it. There we go. Danky, if you're here, somebody send up the Danky signal.
That is just waiting.
That's refreshing.
You just gotta call him. What do you mean?
You just gotta say his name 3 times.
Danky.
We're gonna get Candyman instead.
Conspiracy Madam Web.
Am I not entertained enough? I'm telling you,
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Oh yeah, what was your rating of Gladiator? 8 out of what?
It's an 8. I judge all movie ratings now by my giving Gladiator an 8.
Gladiator gets an 8. I mean, seriously, what is an actual 10?
But that's not the worst take ever.
I don't think he has a 10. Predator was a 9.
Godzilla -1. Godzilla -1 was a 9, and then I saw it a second time and moved it to a 9.5. I'm like, if I see it a third time, I'll make it a 10. And I ended up seeing a third time in black and freaking white. So I'm like,
yeah,
that's a 10.
I missed it. That's the one I still need to see. I wasn't able to see it in theaters.
Yeah, I could have. I was in a major city area, but I just didn't get a chance.
Yeah, I could have, and I just didn't think.
It came out in Japan, so we should be getting US release.
I want to see minus colors so bad. That looks like the
time everyone was blowing it. It was gone from the theaters.
Yeah, it was only there for like 3 weeks, not even.
Yeah.
Well,
I gave it a 9.5, and I was like, well, I guess that's where it's at. I never went and saw it a third time. And then they brought back the -1. I'm like, yes.
I have a feeling we're going to get another theater run because the original Gojira was 1954, right?
Yeah.
We're 70 years since the original.
No, the problem is with Toho's contract with Legendary, they can't release. Each studio can't put out a Godzilla movie in the same year, so that's why -1 came out at the end of last year because they had Godzilla XCOM coming out this year.
Right.
Oh, so they can't run it in theaters.
Movies though.
6 out of 10. 2 points under Gladiator.
So yeah, they can't.
Bye,
split
guys.
two, unfortunately.
He just left.
His rating system is based on his like enjoyment while watching the movie, not the quality of the movie. It's how engaged he was.
And I enjoyed Ryan Gosling's abs.
Which is a valid way, but
I'm glad nobody talked over that.
You had fun with the movie, right?
Yeah, I started. One of the things is I started tapping my toes when near the end when the music was really good and the action was going. That's one of the ways I determine just how sucked into a movie I am. Because you was tapping. You're either tapping your toe going in that last like fight scene ready to go, or you're like checking your phone. So yeah, the toe was tapping. The toe was tapping. And are we ending the stream or not? What's going on? Is this a subathon?
No, we have the Angry Badger. Hello.
Are you all right?
I think
spotty as always. In a second.
My camera died. I wish my mic would die, but
don't worry, you're not doing the O face or anything.
It's not all horrible at all. I'm available for all parties and stuff. So yeah, no, we'll definitely end the stream here. I've been trying to go a little longer.
I just don't want to get whipped. Hypnotic he's definitely going to call me gay.
I mean, if you still got people watching, it's up to you, man.
And in his defense, I did brag about how gay I was just like 3 times already in 20 minutes.
I think over 2 hours is perfect for this.
Oh no, totally. Yeah. But it's been so much fun, and dude, I know. Like here's the best part about man, RoboCop really got its budget like cut. Damn.
I watched RoboCop recently. Thank you very much,
dude. By the way, people talk about satire. You don't know satire unless you've seen RoboCop. That is the ultimate
Paul
satire.
Verhoeven is like, the
key. The reason Helldivers is so popular is because of
Starship Troopers, which ironically is not a fucking satire in the book, and Paul didn't read the book. So he turned it into a fascist satirism, which is fine. It's funny, and Helldivers, that's why it works. For democracy.
Yeah. No, it's such a fun game. But anyways, no. So
stupid. We don't get the satire. Didn't you know that? We're just dummies.
Yeah, no.
Saddle censored. Yeah. warning for us.
Oh, and I need a black woman to give me a context warning to explain to me that there was racism at the time, and this was satiring it. Yeah.
Yeah, even though who was one of the co-writers for Blazing Saddles?
Well, I mean, there's a
Richard
Jewish man that wrote it, but
Pryor.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, only
Blickman.
Yeah, where are all the white women at?
Yeah,
that dude, one of the best movies ever.
It's great.
But anyways, hey, GCA, thank you. We were hovering around 30 viewers all night. For somebody that's been around for not as long as we've been around,
Nice.
we are beholden to your wonderful patronage, and we thank you for coming out. Angry Badger, if you have anything to plug, in the description I said up and coming YouTuber, and I mean every minute of it. You are like, dude, you're like absolutely killing it. You are hustling and you're getting your name out there. So albeit we're not the Critical Drinker stream, but if you want to plug your stream and you're an Irwin stream, by all means.
Just as important to me, though.
Do you guys want to hear my description that I put in for him? I say, subscribe to the Angry Badger, who's so talented and informed that I kind of hate him a little bit.
He likes
no, that's absolutely right. If you're not jealous of another man, are you really actually being a man?
Well, and if you want to know how I did is because I actually listened to Irwin and I listened to all the people that I'd been watching for years. I did exactly what Gary and Drinker and everyone has been saying, and I just did my 3 videos a day, and that's what I do, 3 videos a day on topical subjects that I know and care about. I don't make a video unless I care about something in that video. And yeah, you can catch me every Friday on Inside the Badger Den at 9 p.m. PST. Every Friday, what are we still calling it now, Irwin? Pre-FNT stream? We're not calling it Nerd Rage, just pre-FNT. 10
With
a.m.
hyphen.
With a hyphen. Heathen
Yes.
time, 10 a.m., 1 o'clock, God's time. And then, yes, every Saturday, Nerd Rage at 10 a.m. Heathen time. I'm doing Heathen.
10 a.m. Heathen time.
But yeah, thank you. Every like.
No, thanks for coming on the stream, man. Like we're trying to do is just have fun and own the idiots that are out there trying to be tourists in all of our favorite.
Yeah, they're doing a real good job at destroying it.
Yeah, but you know what? We're gonna build it back up from the ashes, just like the end scene from Batman Begins.
Hell yeah,
brick by brick.
That's right. Iron Age plus a rebuilding, and then we're gonna gatekeep the shit out of it.
That's right. That's right. All right. Dollar Store RoboCop. What do you have to say?
Beep boop. I don't know. Who cares? I'm killing my channel. It's dead. Just subscribe to Angry Badger. I'm gonna take.
Look at that lore.
I'm taking over his channel.
Look at that lore of this. I love it. God
the best plug that's ever been plugged. All right, it's not gonna get any better than that.
I created his channel, and now it's kind of mine now. So sorry, Badger.
He's my manager.
I killed mine by streaming, so that's why I'm here because
you
it's
getting subs last time.
Sometimes, but yes, we are quite fun. Everyone loves us. We can't wait to end up in a 1-800 Denki cartoon and look like hideous.
I'm afraid, man.
Monstrosities.
Yeah.
I streamed with him. I flew as close to the sun as you possibly could.
Yeah,
and that man is a massive talent. And 1-800 Denki, I think, is like really kind of like the tidal wave that we're all surfing on right now because he's
just the right amount of unhinged.
Yeah. And he's a great guy. And apparently he's gigantic. He's apparently at least 6'4" by his estimate.
I'm 7'2", so that's not very tall.
Well, obviously.
Wow.
But I would like to thank both of you for coming on stream. We really appreciate it.
This has been you guys an option. I snuck in. But yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, no, your hints. I didn't understand your hints. That's why it took us a few minutes of being on stream. I'm like, who is this guy?
I did this for about 3 minutes.
Well, Angry Badger was cooking, man. You don't kick angry. You certainly don't kick a badger out of the kitchen.
I appreciate. Well,
interrupt him. He'll bite
Especially not a honey badger.
What's that, Jess?
I said, especially not a honey badger.
That's a slur to him.
That's a slur. Yeah. Honey badgers technically aren't real badgers. They're more of the weasel family. It's all right.
Well,
man.
Well, actually,
some lore here.
Yeah, I know. I like Riz says I don't come off that angry. That is sort of the joke. Is like, yeah, trust me, I've been angry and people have seen it, but most of the time I'm just ill-tempered and animated. But yeah, no. Sometimes like the Shooty Gatwa video I did when he was talking about white mediocrity. Oh, you can see an Angry Badger on that one.
Oh, you were gaming. You got all red faced,
bro. Yeah,
that was the term I was about to ask. Yeah.
I was gammon. I was very gammon adjacent.
I forgot it earlier. I was going to try to call someone that earlier. I'm a connoisseur of fine
You know,
stories,
you
so I
know
was
what's
happy to pick
sad?
that one up.
What's sad is my given last name. It literally means rosy cheeks. So
Yeah.
I'm a
I'm
a gammon by nature. Yeah.
So I was a gammon by nature. Rosacea, whatever they used to call it. Yeah.
Oh, rosé. Well, that's a bit more than rosy cheeks. That's a bit more rough. But
Well, then a light version of that. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
rosacea.
Yeah. No. Feel bad for some people. Yeah. Yeah.
I identify as Asian, so I know what you guys are talking
You
about. When I
identify
drink,
as a
I get
couple
it
of
too.
different things. Yeah. Below the waist and what do you identify as?
Oh
No, I'm gay in another timeline. I identify as Asian, which I may or may not be. Speaking of 23andMe, it claims I'm not Asian, but my grandma claims we're Asian.
Fucking lies. Yeah, I believe in grandma.
Black in a previous life and Jewish on my father's side.
There you go.
damn!
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
boxes.
Chinese
Yeah,
from the
he's got all of them.
Wow.
Sounds like
Not to
genetic.
brag.
It sounds like genetic wars to me. But you know,
I only
digress.
made up like 8 of the 9. So
Dagger
I was gonna say, like if there's any natives to Antarctica, I'm sure they're in your gene pool. But
Daggerdoll had something to say
Jet
about.
oh, what do you have there,
Oh,
Spock?
I
What
said
do you
he's Chinese from the waist down.
Oh.
how dare you? I bet you're
And-
3% Neanderthal. I
Jet
said
said it too.
Yeah, but that would mean big caveman schlong.
I was gonna say the people that are hiring for mods nowadays on YouTube channels, it's really like the talent pool is really shallow. But
Are you saying someone would pay me to do this?
You get a wrench and you get a wrench.
shut up.
Yeah.
Someone change the subject. He's about to revolt.
Well, then the mods just roam from show to show, showing up and putting people's socials. It's really impressive.
I'm kidding, Nagnall. You only look 1% Neanderthal, not 3%.
Oh my god. Backpack.
We love you. Fine, 2%. We'll settle in the middle.
Do I hear 1%? Do I hear 1%? 1%?
Is this stream over yet? Jesus
No!
Christ, Mo.
No.
You're about to get
This is
fired,
the
too.
extended edition. You want to watch the extended edition? Then you're watching the extended edition.
Oh, that's
All right.
what's out in June. Lord of the Rings.
Everybody
extended.
go watch the Angry Badger. Everybody tell Erwin to go fuck himself. I hope you had a good time on the GCA. Have a good night. Fuck everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Not everyone.
Angry Badger. Nice having you on.